There you go. Hello, hello. Good evening. Good evening, Drifter. How you doing? My day have indeed gone well. I have gotten a few more hours of sleep compared to yesterday, so it is definitely a lot better. My. Starting out strong, I see. Some sunglasses. Well, we're gonna have to put those shades away, Drifter, because we are chilling today. Whether you're here in the morning, afternoon, or evening, I wish you are well, and I wish you are ready to sit back and relax. See, you done test. Oh, what's happening? We can't see it, right? Okay, yes, yeah, it does work. Okay. I don't know why I was blacking out for a second. Oh, hello, Edward. Welcome, welcome. That's true, I didn't test. I didn't get to test today. Thank you for testing out all those redeems for me, Drifter. My. Hello, Edward. Welcome, welcome. Hello, saucy bomb of a man. Your bomb of a weeb is here to yank out your ears. Oh my, no scuff today. All smooth, buttery smooth, no scuff. Maybe a little bit of scuff in reading, but we shall see. Hopefully not. This is going to be a very reading heavy story since it's not voiced, but should be okay, should be okay. We will just chillax. Read slowly but surely. Hello, Jacob. Welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing? You guys feeling up to it? You guys also get enough sleep? I got a few more hours of sleep, so that's good. I don't know if it's enough. We'll see. If it will help with my mentality. Well, thank you for asking. Just a few more hours. I make terrible decisions, you guys. You know, I decided to sleep at 12 once again and then wake up at 6 a.m. because I forgot that I can't sleep beyond. No, pumpkin! I'm already losing brain cells. I lose brain cells from sleep deprivation because I'm stupid and I browse social media and then I forget to look at the time and then I just keep doing then there's that. Yeah, brain cells, only a little bit of brain cells. But yeah, we are just chilling today. It's a very story-intense game, just saying. So, I hope you enjoy it. Nonetheless, last time we left off, I believe we were experiencing some red tide. Red tide, or like a literal tsunami of the punishing virus that's washed ashore. And if you touch it, you're probably gonna get infected. And it's supposedly a living liquid that can soak into the ground and cause like a flash flood wherever it goes. And apparently it's gained like that's the wrong word, biological substances. So it can now corrupt humans, possibly. So that's fantastic. Not just the construct that's gonna get infected, we as the commandants will probably also get infected if we touch it. So now, not only are we vulnerable, our construct, no one is safe. No one is now safe from the punishing virus as has evolved. It's evolved to organic matters. And that's basically where we dropped off. And also, of course, some backstory with our main girl. Oh god, what was her name? How did I forget her name? Hold on, let me check real quick. Lucia, our main girl, Lucia. God dang. I'm so used to calling her Alpha, but she's not Alpha, she's Lucia. Alpha's technically the original Lucia, but it's Lucia. Our girl's Lucia. See, one single one she lost due to not sleeping. Just a single one. Oh, this game I tried it for 2 days. No worries, Sauce. I understand completely. It's not a bad game, but yeah, what are you doing? My birds? My birds are such little tits. They're They are throwing out little pieces of dried apples onto the ground, so if you hear like little droplings in the background, it's because they don't like the dried apples I put in their food bowl and they're just throwing out onto the floor. The cat's hot though. I think there's is there a few cats here? I'm not even sure. I know there's one cat. Is she a cat? She's more of a wolf, isn't she? Man, there's so many characters throughout. Oh yes, we can redeem these, of course. We have all their shards. All their shards. That one, yeah, she's not bad. She's actually a really good unit, Saucy. So not only is she cute, she can also whoop your ass. If you ask nicely, of course. So I'm gonna be lurking while doing some stuff. No worries, Jacob. Lurk away, my friend. I hope you enjoy. And thank you for checking in. So Teddy and Bridget builds are there, by the way. Ah, yes, I don't doubt it, Drifter. You are always on top of things when it comes to these gacha characters. See, City of Fix. It is not that it's abandoned. It was never even occupied. Fake Ascension, Shadow Companions. I don't mind if she clawed out my back. God dang, Saucy. You are definitely living up to your name. Lamia's outfit is so pretty. It is, isn't it? Honestly, I'm surprised they gave us so many shards for the characters. They're very generous with them. Well, thank you for the hydration. I started drinking my tea before thanking you, but thanks, Jacob. Sipping. Proper tea this time. With the surging red tide on their backs, the silhouettes of buildings appear before them. Bridget races the mobile supply vehicle along the winding road. Even though you have grown accustomed to riding a transport crafts and to and from Babylonia, the jostling speed of the vehicle was unbearable. So hello, Crayon. Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. How you doing, my friend? See, it is enough to SSS plus them. You need to buy the extra shards in the event shop for that. Ah, okay. That makes sense. I might have brought it. I'm not too sure if I brought the shards from the event shop. I know I got every single free shard I could have them though. So I might have gotten it from the event shop. See, right as you were about to vomit, the vehicle finally comes to a stop. Boss, you're back. We finished setting up all the terminals nearby. Alright, we're ready to go as well. After jumping out of the driver's seat, Bridget takes off her sunglasses and smiles brightly. Hey, Commandants. Are you alright? Good thing I got to you before the red tide did. Hey, why are you covered in sweat? I'm good. Oh, that's not good. I wasn't expecting you to come rescue us. See, resting and eating and watching football, that sounds like a good time, Crayon. That is a good time all around. Oh, that's basically what I do as well. Okay, stop yelling at me, you little shits. Why are you chirping? Go to sleep. God dang, they're so active. Maybe it's because I have the large light on. Hold on, let me turn off one of the lights. Okay. There you go. Maybe they'll be a little quieter now. It's been a minute since I played this game, King of Nostalgia, to watch Strawberry play. Oh, I'm happy to supply, Crayon. Man, I don't usually, honestly, I remember playing this like way back then too, and then I just came back to it. Say, good evening, Straw. How is your day? Hello, Joss. My day has been great. Not too much happened today, at least in comparison to yesterday. The amount of work I did yesterday was insanity. Did I get actual sleep? Yes, I did. I got a whole 6 hours of sleep yesterday. Because, of course, I made dumb decision to sleep at 12 and then my bodily functions wake me up at 6 a.m. anyways. But it is better than 3. Yes, I am a lot more awake. I'm a lot more aware of my surroundings, which is the important parts. But yes, how have you been, Just? I hope you are having a great day as well, my friend. I finally found a route to transport supplies to the new temporary base. I didn't expect to run into you. By the way, here's the result from the support force's survey of the area. We found something very interesting. Maybe this is the target we're looking for. However, with our equipments and abilities, we can't track them more accurately. Fortunately, the red tide doesn't appear to be spreading this far. We'll leave it to you for an in-depth investigation, Grey Ravens. The support force will be responsible for cleaning up the nearby corrupted to ensure that your investigation will not be disturbed. Alright, I'll leave it up to you then. So I played it when it was released, but my phone could not support it, so I dropped it. Same with Honkai. God damn, honestly, same. Crayon. Although I was playing on my iPad, but as you know, my iPad's like old as hell, and originally it was fine, but then with the updates, the better the graphics and the animation, it just slowly ran my iPad ragged, and I had to download on my PC, which did not exist until a few years ago. Like, even though I have a gaming PC now, I actually got it pretty late in my life. So, yeah. A lot of these gacha games I didn't play until just half a decade, about a decade, almost a decade ago. Yeah. Doing good, just doing chores, folding laundry while I watch stream. Wow, that sounds like a fun time. Maybe it's just me, I just weirdly enjoy, cleaning the house sometimes. It's so satisfying. Just listening to music, doing chores around the house, it's a fantastic time. Very relaxing. Say no, she does. I did a little bit drift. I don't know what you're talking about. I slept, yes. It was definitely a heartbreak. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Crayon. But at least we will now experience it together. And on the plus side, I will read the story to you, so you no longer have to read it yourself. You can only listen to my scuff. See, what was my first gacha? Oh my goodness, my first gacha game? Okay, let me just Google it for you guys. It was actually Dragalia Lost. It's no longer in service. It's this game. When this game first came out, my little brain was blown. I didn't even realize graphics could look that cute on an iOS. It's not that impressive now, okay? But back then, when gacha games were barely a thing here in America, this game was the cream of my life, and I loved playing it. I had such a good account on that game too. Also, hello, Zodiac. Welcome, and thank you so much for the flippin' gift sub. How you doing? God dang. Thank you. Once again. As always, with your graciousness. How was your day, Zodiac? And thank you for adding to our members. Our population grows by the minutes. But yeah, that was my first gacha game, Crayon, and I did love it. I kept playing it until the very end, to end the service, which I'm really sad about still. Can you do my chores? Draw only if you pay me, Saucy. If I'm doing someone else's chores, you're gonna have to give me some incentives. See, my first gacha was Union League. A Unison League. It's not too bad either. Nice. I mean, I never really played that one myself, but I have heard that it's pretty decent by users of that game. See, I think my first one was AFK Arena, followed by Bleach Brave Souls. Oh, yes. I definitely dipped my fingers into AFK Arena every once in a while back then, but I just couldn't get into the grind. I think it's because back then I was focusing on the cute anime characters of Dragalia Lost, and I couldn't really focus on the more, cartoonish designs of the characters. I know, a little wet from work, how y'all's? I know, right? It's raining, California, Zodiac. You never see this kind of weather here. I was driving down the road like literally half an hour ago, and the road is just so shiny. It's reflecting, blinding my eyes. I could barely see where the lines are. Separating the two traffic lanes. Yeah, it is very nice, though we do need more rain. We need way more rain here in California. We also need a better sewage system, because the thing is, right after the fire and the wind, there wasn't enough, service members to clear all the leaves off of the roads yet. So a lot of our drainage is going to be clogged up by leaves, unfortunately. There is a few flooded puddles on our streets, but it's okay. It's okay. Just a little bit of water. We'll deal with it. The memories are there. It's the best part. That is true, Crayon. The memories and the nostalgia is what's gonna be keeping us going with these kind of games. Oh, the older they are, the more precious they are, honestly. I started with Summoner's War around 10 years ago when it was released, and I still play even if I'm not sometimes offline for a month. Nice! Summoner's War is surprisingly, getting a lot of collabs with animes, man. I think I saw the other day that I got a collab with, flippin' Demon Slayer. Dang, that's a pretty big anime for Summoner's War. Or maybe I misremember. I'm pretty sure they did the collab, though. Yeah, I looked at it, but I didn't really play that one. See, what if I make you my amazing spaghetti and minced meat and ketchup as payments? I'll think about it, Saucy. I'll think about it. You do have Saucy in your name, so maybe you make a nice sauce. We will see. See, my first gacha games I got stuck was Destiny Child. Yes, Destiny Child, I believe, was the predecessor of Nikkei. My goodness, Zodiac! Thank you for the gift, Pom. Please, leave the credit card down, my friend. But thank you so much for the gifts. You are very, very generous, my friend. God dang. I appreciate it, Zodiac. Seriously, honestly. Zodiac, please, you can give me one gift sub a week, or even a month, or a year. I would have been happy, man. But thank you so much. Oh my goodness. But yes, Destiny Child, I believe, was the predecessor game of Nikkei. And there has been rumors that Destiny Child might be coming back. But those are only rumors, of course. No devs actually confirmed it. They remind me of the major surgery, rain and snow. Not my friend, unfortunately. They reminds me of major surge. Oh, I'm sorry, Crayon. I hope that I do understand that sometimes, bad rain or cold weather can trigger some scars to act up. Sorry to hear that, but on the bright side, I guess, when there is rain, the sun will always come out eventually, right? And when the sun comes out again, there might be a rainbow in the sky. See, Genshin was my first gacha. I had no concept of waifu collector before, and now I regret picking Ethers the Blue Mean. Oh, Saucy, it's okay, it's okay. I understand. Honestly, for me, though, I've always just picked the male characters, because I don't want to look at a girl's ass, okay? When I'm playing the game, I want to look at a guy's ass. So I do see where you're coming from, Saucy. I see where you're coming from. Yes, there is a Demon Slayer collab going on, if I don't really like the monster that came with it. Oh, god dang, so there really is a Demon Slayer collab. Not the monsters, that's unfortunate. Hopefully at least the characters are good. See, and I also had a collab with Witcher and Assassin's Creed. I can't remember any other collabs at the moment. Yeah, there's a lot of collabs going on with Summoner's War. I'm surprised to even get that many IPs. See, I'm a proper down bad straw simp now. God dang, Saucy. Well, I'm glad to have lured you in. Hook, line, and sinker, my friend. Come join the party. I hope you can react. Don't bonk me! I hope you can react to the anime version of Destiny Child, or you can watch it on your own time. It's really good. There's an anime? Wait, hold on. I didn't know about that. I thought it was just a game. Huh. I guess there is. It's an original animation. I didn't know that. Well, you know, I'll just keep this in my tab. I'll just keep it here. Open another tab if I want to search something else. I'll keep that there. Remind me. Nice, nice. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely give it a watch if it's your recommendation. See, hello. Oh, yes, hello! FJZ, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. See, even when the game is no more, it still have a collab with another game recently, so the game might as well come back. That's true. That's probably where the rumors got started as well. Thank you for the sunglasses. No way, Straw risking everything looking at anime and images tab and stream. It's okay. Come on, we got Nikkeis on stream, okay? There is hardly anything to worry about. And yeah, it's fine. YouTube's great at censoring people anyways. See, anime animations? Ah, yes, it's always cool. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I love anime adaptation. I cannot wait for the Genshin anime, honestly. I want to know more about the lore of that world. But God knows when that's gonna get released. I'm gonna be 50 years old by the time it actually gets released, man. And that's gonna be, only be like the first season. Like, apparently there's gonna be multiple seasons, but there ain't even a release date for the first season yet. It's been multiple years already. No updates whatsoever. It's so long. I know, that's the thing. It's been so long. Not even an update. Like, I understand they're probably working on Demon Slayer and that flippin' anime, which I do like watching for the animation. I mean, the story is okay. It's kind of segmented. Anyways, now I'm not gonna get into politics of that anime. I do wish they would give us more information about the Genshin anime, even if it's just a smidge of information, you know? Just a hint of maybe a certain year that it might come out would be good. See, Bridget waves and salutes sternly. We're on it. Proceed with the investigation. According to the GPR survey results from Bridget, by comparing the coordinate data left by Hoashu with its coverage, our target should be in an abandoned city less than 2 kilometers away from here. Lee displays the radar imaging and topographic data on the holo screen. City 075 record shows that 600,000 residents has to evacuate during the post-pandemic age. After the failure of the... Oh my god, excuse me, I'm spitting everywhere. After the post-pandemic age, after the failure of the central purification filter, since then it's been left abandoned. Okay, I didn't see this coming. There's a huge cavern underneath this city. See, I'm not even sure if it's cancelled or not. That's the thing. Because they do have animated, like, they're setting out more and more animated scenes for characters. Like, just a few weeks ago, we got one for the captain. You know, the captain, the first of Fatui's, just got an animation that looks like it could have come from an anime. So I do think they are working on it, but there just isn't any other news. But whether or not it's cancelled is a real question, though. God knows. They also said the Nintendo Switch was gonna get Genshin, but that still haven't happened either. If Genshin does get an anime adaptation, they better do justice to my wife, Daya. Oh, gods. Daya's all the way in flippin' Sumeru. It's gonna be a while since before she comes around, Crayon. You're gonna be waiting a while. Same for Mulani. Oh, that's gonna take even longer, Jacob. Mulani is in flippin' Natland, the latest region. It's gonna take so long. It's gonna be like season 50 before it come around, man. We don't even know if the anime is gonna start with like the present time Tyvats, because they did say that it's gonna be a whole different story than the one that, you know, Traveler experiences. So it might start way, like pre-Genshin era. God knows where it's gonna start. Considering how much money Genshin makes versus Shift Up, I find the quality of story development for Shift Up so much better. I think a large part of it is that they give a nice bit of lore during the events. Well, Genshin never really did when I played. Yeah, that's the thing, Just. They did originally put a lot of lore in their events, but people got really mad. That's the thing. I remember some of the first few the first few events, like the Chalk Prince, which is 1.2, about Albedo. There was some pretty major lore in it about the Dvalin sibling on the mountain. Like how the dragon is slowly but surely coming back to life, and Albedo might be related to the dragon somehow. I think they're created by the same creator, Gold. and then when the event is over and new players join, and they got so flippin' mad that there was lore in the events that they basically raided Hoyoverse virtually. And then they were like, okay, fine, we're never gonna put lore in events ever again, and you're gonna get so mad at it. So yeah, that's basically it. I think that's is essentially why they stopped putting lore in their events. Is that because there's a lot of people who never played gacha before joining Genshin, and they just do not like missing out, even though it is a live service game. They don't understand that, and they don't like that. They just want it to be a full package, even though it's not meant to be. My biggest reason why I never stopped playing Genshin is the fact that I had never released anime, and the core storyline was dying for ages. I can definitely see that, Joss. That is so true. Like, there is hints about the main story, like, in the corners, but god dang, do you need to put in the work to find it. So I'm ashamed to say I spent $400 on Dia Banner when she was released. C3, no regrets, don't even worry, Crayon. I got super flippin' lucky with Xiao. When I C6'd him, I got, oh my god, I basically got a crown pool drifter. I got a double on Xiao pools. So basically, nearly back to back too, and that's how I C6'd him with only $300. 100 less than the Diaples. But yeah, I spent too much on that game. It's the most I've ever spent in any gacha games is Genshin. I don't spend that much ever again in any other gacha games. See, to be fair, the new Switch might get Genshin. That is true. Maybe Genshin has been communicating with Nintendo, and Nintendo was like, oh, just wait for Nintendo 2 or something. Nintendo Switch 2 before you add Genshin to it. So I really wonder how the sweating on Nintendo shop's gonna get managed if Genshin ever comes to Switch. I know. It's gonna be real interesting, especially since Genshin was just recently hit with a lawsuit about being predatory towards gambling and, you know, false advertisement to children. So that's gonna be interesting going around Nintendo's firewalls. Thing is, I have been playing Genshin on and off since the first year, but Mulani is the only girl that grabbed my attention. No worries, Jaker. That's kind of the thing with Genshin. There really isn't any other characters that grabbed my attention after Xiao besides Farina. Like, Farina was probably the only character I ever got interested in again in the Genshin universe after Xiao. Like, Xiao, it's because of his slow-paced character development. Like, every New Year's. Every New Year's on the lunar solar calendar, Xiao's personality gets a little more open, and I really enjoy that character development with him. Like, we're growing with him as a player, and it's fantastic. So I love his character so much. C6 star. And of course there's also Farina. While her character development was all in one contained nation, it was just so good. And her theme song was just so good. I could not pull for her. I plan on C6ing her the next time she reruns, so there's gonna be that. Well, maybe not C6, I might be a little dramatic. I'll try to get 1 or 2 copies of her though when she comes around again. Playable character. This is the longest delay for a preview character released so far. That is true too. Well, it is the longest official preview of characters released so far. Because I remember way back when in like 1.0, people were able to find an entire spreadsheet of the characters that's going to be released in the future. And it became such a big controversy when the character that was released did not look like their beta form, which is kind of obvious that that was going to happen sometimes. And then people got pissed either way, even though there were leaks. Oh, and I guess Genshin just decided, you know what, if you're gonna hack our database anyways, we're just gonna release all the silhouetted characters. You can debate all you like about what they're gonna look like once they get released. Excuse me. Dying hope. Fingers crossed, Crayon. Fingers crossed. Well, when's the last time we saw Dainsliv? Well, we do see Dainsliv every once in a year, just so people has actually worked out a schedule for when Dainsliv appears. About every 300 days, Dainsliv appears to us in an interlude between the Archon quest and the Next Nation, the sibling quest. But yeah, that's usually when Dainsliv comes. And speaking of which, Dainsliv might be appearing soon. That 1 year mark is coming up. So, very soon. Just gotta be a little more patience. I'm hoping hard for 5.5 in her tribe. That's so true, man. I want to see her tribe so bad. Like, I can't even imagine what kind of powers their little Pokemon things are gonna give us. So give me some of that luck, I will. I'll send you some of that luck, Crayon. What do you mean we have Genshin on screen isn't all gotcha Genshin? You're right, Saucy. Everything must be compared with Genshin. Nothing is not Genshin. And girls with their animal boys. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Come on now. Gods, I remember the animal boys got so popular. I don't even know what it is, actually. I think it's just because the animal boys in Genshin is just the ones that have the personalities most well written. Because if you look at Worsley, God, his name is as hard to say as Worcestershire sauce. But Worsley, like, yes, he looks traditionally attractive, but what is his personality really? He is just a man with a tragic background that decided being, you know, in a prison to serve his sentence as a prisoner guard is going to be the best way to serve his life sentence. And then that's it. That's the end of his story. But with like the animal boys, their definition is literally to be free. So they're constantly evolving. Their story never ends. And that's what makes them so good. And also because their playstyle is really good as well. Because there isn't a single animal boy character that has a bad skill set. Like Scaramouche, you can traverse Tyver with him really easily, and because he has range attacks, which is very good, very nice. Yeah, Xiao, plunge attacks, fantastic, good crowd control, especially with his recent upgraded support units and artifacts. And of course Kazuha, great support. You can use him in basically any elemental teams. I can go on and on. I'm gonna stop there though. Just the main three, you know, the big main three of the animal boys. We'll keep it as that. Demi Xiao is pretty awesome. Absolutely. I'm happy. I'm so happy you can see it my way. I also really liked Albedo. Funny thing is, I got Albedo before I got Xiao. When I got Albedo, I got so scared that I wasn't getting a Xiao, but the Xiao came home to me anyways. Early too! I was so happy. When he did that, I C6'd him. And also because of his story too. I became very biased towards him. You can probably see. Did the D-Luke dirty? They really did. His skin did do him a little better. And I also got his skin, obviously. But I do wish they would redesign him though. Like, even if it's to add a third skin, I would buy it if it makes him look better, man. His skill, like, I haven't built on my accounts. I could literally just run D-Luke on my overworld or for domains, no problem. I just wish that they make him look a little better. And also Alberta too. Albedo looks so good as cover art, and then you look at his character in game, and it's kind of bug-eyed. So it's a shame. It's a real shame. So anytime I've been investing in Genshin like an addict, it was when Kazuha came out, when Mulani came out. No worries, Jacob. Honestly, I can understand completely. So character-wise, between manga and game-wise, oh, that's a big ask. Character-wise, personality in the manga is 100% better. But game-wise, the skills, you know, you have to make it simple since there's only so many buttons you can put in a mobile game. But yeah, it's decent for what it is. Because it was so good on release and made the game so fun. I know, right? He nearly broke the flippin' game. Everyone was recommending him. It was fantastic, and even to this day, he was still good. Especially with all the elemental reactions that recent characters have. He is a fantastic unit. Fantastic supports, even to this day. So we saw a collective of plenty beasts in 3.5 trillion for moments. Did we? So if Nikkei ever drops Anderson or Johan as player, well, Nikkei's the gaming community world would go bonkers wild. Oh my god, Jost. If they drop Anderson or Johan as playable Nikkei's in Nikkei, I think I might start spending in Nikkei as much as I spend in Genshin. Possibly even more. Just because of how much of a rarity the male specimen is in the Nikkei game. Nikkei just need a swimsuit event, that's enough, honestly. Oh my god, that's true too. You know what, I don't even care. You don't have to make them playable. Just give the guy just allow the guy characters to exist in the swimsuit events. I'd question a Venti and Archon if it's still relevant. Venti is an interesting one. I do still have Venti built in my accounts, but I don't use them much simply because there are better characters. But the thing is, if you are very good at playing Venti, you can definitely do a good amount of damage from him. But that is, of course, you'll have to master his playstyle, which could be a little tricky. So unless you're like a Venti main, I would say he's probably not worth it if you're a casual player. But if you're a Venti main, 100%. Well, I mean, of course you can say that for any characters, but Venti especially because of the amount of time he's existed. I remember I got shout only because Baido was in the banner and C6'd her because she was Bedsker. I flippin' love Baido, man. Oh my god, I loved watching those compilations of people taking 0 damage fighting Raiden Shogun with Baido because of her deflect skill. He can, you know, her flippin' E skills. God dang amazing. See, for anyone who came to watch PGR Pod, yes, I'm sorry. We just got a little off the rails. I should have just put just chatting for today. We chatting up a storm about Genshin. Well, yes. I got shout. It was like 4 years ago. My goodness. Genshin has been around for a long time, hasn't it? It's going decently strong for what it is. So kudos to that. So I gotta load up Genshin. Haven't played in a bit. I think I was at 8R56. It's just that Pirate Archon is not my favorite character and didn't like her kitten. No worries at all, Jacob. I completely understand. Yeah, because the Pirate Archon is pretty reliant on, like, fellow Natland characters to help her build her ults. Since she doesn't take energy to fill up her ults, she actually have to use the soul energy that Natland character gathers. So she is a unique character, and her kit is definitely unique for her as well. So cheers, thank you for the hydration. It's been 7 months since I haven't played it, so I'm out of the loop. No worries, carry on. If you want to discuss Genshin, I am more than happy to fill you in on Discord as well. It is still my top game, despite everything I play. If I were to quit every single gacha games, I would say I would keep Genshin. Like, I would even quit Nikkei if I have to. If I can only choose one gacha. Listen, man, I love Nikkei. I love it with my heart. If I don't have to choose, I would keep Nikkei next to me. But if I can only take one gacha game, and they're gonna destroy all my other accounts, I'm keeping my Genshin account. There ain't no way I'm giving that up. Oh my god, yes, I did fight her with Baido and had no idea about the electro immunity, so I just bonked her with the physical damage instead. First try. I was so proud. Fantastic, Celsi. Congratulations. The day I return to Genshin will be a day Eula becomes relevant once again. You might be waiting forever, just. But who knows? Miracles can happen. It took me 2 months to beat her after her release. I was devastated. I didn't have proper builds. I was in legit despair for Raiden Shogun. Oh, Crayon. I'm sorry to hear that. But yes, I remember her training too. I was surprised that so many players was not actually able to beat the training session with Mai. With a... sorry, not Mai. What was her name? Yai. Not Mai. Yai Miko. There you go. Yai. Sorry, it starts with Y, not M. Yai Miko. Cause I thought the training session was not that difficult to dodge. Maybe it's just because I played the game too much. To be honest, the Power Archon story is good, but the other Archon stories were amazing. I can agree to that, Jaker. That is so true. Like, I did enjoy the Archon quest for the Power Archon, but it's kind of bland, wasn't it? For what was supposed to be a very intense story. It was kind of bland after that. Like, there was not really a real feeling of danger. There was a slight tense moment in the middle of the war, but then after that, there was nothing. Like, the recovery was just way longer. Like, the setup and the recovery is just way longer than the actual battle. I feel like they should have given us a little more action. Just sprinkled in between, you know? Have some random battles, maybe some rebellions, people who are against the war. Who knows? They want peace. They would even be willing to fight for the abyss if it means winning or something like that. Would have made it a little more interesting. I even spent half a year farming physical artifacts to make a physical buffing team for Baido. I fear into Yola main and co-op just because Baido PG wise crits a sea monster before she got the vision. For lore accurate's Bankaido. Fantastic, Salseed. And that is true. That is true. She canonically beat the sea serpents. That was supposedly as powerful as a sea god. And that was before she got her vision. It's because she killed the sea monster that she got her. She earned her vision. So hello, Lord Mika. And yes, we're doing PGR. Although honestly, we've been talking about Nikkei. Sorry, not Nikkei. We've been talking about Genshin for like the past half an hour. How are you doing? How are you look, I'm on the game. If it's in the background, I'm technically playing it. There is no false advertisements here. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm playing a little bit. Okay, fine. I'll read one more comment and then we'll focus on our game. Okay, pinky promise. Pinky promise, Drifter. It's okay. You're a patient man. I understand. I know you can understand me. Please. When Raiden Shogun Archon story came out, it was peak Genshin. Honestly, the Raiden Shogun Archon arc was probably one of the most amazing cinematographic trailer that ever came out thus far of its time, until it was overshadowed by Farina, of course. But of course, but beside the point, when it first came out, it was amazing. And the Vision Hunt decree was unheard of. Like, that one actually blew my mind. The Vision Hunt decree was something that I was like, oh my god, like, what do you mean? People are dying without their vision. They're losing their memories when they're kept from their vision for too long. That explains so much about why everyone have their vision on them at all times. Because if you don't have your vision, you literally start losing your mind after you've gained it, which is a little suspicious, because why do you have to have a vision, which is also called a god's eye in Chinese? Why are you having this thing that gives you power, like actually becomes a part of you. It's so strange. So many questions about it. And none of it was answered, of course. And now we'll never get it answered until future Archon stories actually reveals more. Lord. She's not. Shogun, yeah, she's hot. I mean, very cute. She is very cute. Her personality is cute. BRB, 30 minutes. Hope she progresses 1,000 bucks. Alright, Salsi. See you in 30 minutes. Let's see if I progress it. Yeah, the fight side. Only thing about Raiden, like, she's mid-dab. Random, but the guy on the right reminds me of the Genos from One Punch Man. He does, doesn't it? I mean, and you wouldn't be wrong. You would not be wrong, Saucy. Sorry, just. Say hello, yeah, hello, guys. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? We are semi. We're kind of. We're like 1.5% playing PGR. How are you doing? Okay, see, look, I'm gonna start reading now. I'm gonna start playing. Wow, that was actually a military underground fort set up in case of a nuclear war. The building on the ground level are used as a front. There was never any residence here to begin with. The contents of the official report is forged. It's not that it was abandoned, it was never even occupied. They probably didn't expect the underground fortification to set up in response to the war would eventually become a hotbed for the spread of the punching virus. However, the information obtained through imaging is so little determined the exact scale of the cavern. At present, the scale is still quite massive. Liv, can you confirm the coordinates of the entrance? Attempting to survey potential routes, but I'm receiving strong electromagnetic interference. After all, it was designed as a military refuge. I wouldn't be surprised if they installed an anti-reconnaissance measure. We speculated that it's likely to be an Ascendant's base. We need to be fully prepared to infiltrate the enemy's home. So far, we haven't detected any Ascendant activity that could reveal their whereabouts. If Huashu's coordinates really do lead us to them, we still haven't ruled out that it might be a trap. That being said, recovering data is well worth the risk. But we still have to find the entrance. Oh, we gotta find it. Oh, look at that! Progression! Red Tide's guidance back to the source, to the abyss. Man, speaking of the abyss. Totally not Genshin related, but I suck ass at fighting that. Only took 5 minutes. Only took 5 minutes. This is the VR wing though. Hell yeah. Inspect the floor. Look here, Commandant. Looking in the direction Liv is pointing, you see a dilapidated high-rise around you, but then I noticed some peculiar residue on the ground bearing a resemblance to the Red Tide. Was something devoured? We thought the Red Tide hadn't reached here. Looked like we were wrong. By the look of this, it appears that the Red Tide has already been through here. The residue means that you can follow it, since it's the only clue you have at present, which leaves you one option. Liv, confirm the extent of the Red Tide's expansion. I'll try. Maybe we can find the source of the Red Tide. I'll leave it to you then. Go, Liv. Scan this entire area. Following the residue of the Red Tide all the way to the south of the city, you finally stop in front of a large shopping mall. Looking through a broken window, you see that the mall is vacant. Most shops in the abandoned city preserved the moment of disaster. Goods have been looted, shelves have collapsed, and the glass shattered. However, this mall is eerily empty. No shelves, no entertainment facilities, and no traces of looting. There's only a residue from the Red Tide, indicating what has happened. Red Tide? Well, guys, despite having a similar name, this one is an actual virus. It's a literal congealed wave of the punishing virus that has evolved to supposedly mimic human language. So if this Red Tide is washing next to you, it's probably going to say hi to you. and you don't want to touch it either. Because it's got organic matter in it. It's digesting people, machines, or like constructs. It eats you, learns your memories, and it mimics your voice and personality. And it's just a giant wave of bloody goo and mess. And it's kind of disgusting. But it is worse than the Gacha virus. No, it is nothing is worse than the Gacha virus, Shadow. And also, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Oh. Alright, guys. Well, we'll keep those political comments, you know, where they belong, my friend. Here, we'll keep it more friendly, guys. However, this mall is eerily empty. No shelves, no entertainment facility, and no traces of looting. There's only residue from the red tide indicating what has happened. See, more energetic, 100% more energetic. I slept for 6 hours instead of 3 hours. I am feeling so much better. I have no idea. Oh, it's fantastic. What is that? Whoa, what is that thing? I didn't even... It's grippers. Oh my god, of course it is. I should not have been surprised. Oh, fantastic. Very in character, as always. The red tide's residues starts here. It appears that it was stored in one place until it circulated underground through the water distribution system before breaking out to the ground level. I'm distracted by those grippers. Focus, Straw. For people on the surface, it has to be like a rising tide from an unknown source. You mean this is the source of the red tide? We can't determine why the red tides start here, but it at least is one of the sources. Let's go check underground. Okay, so there's a source for these red tides. Interesting. You all descend a set of stairs leading to the dilapidated parking garage 2 levels underneath the mall. The emergency indicators are still on, leading to a corner of the garage like a silent guide. To think I believe I deserve some applause. You know, I'll applaud you. I'll use my hand, though. If you can hear that. Found it. It looks like an ordinary entrance to a bomb shelter. But we need a special authorization to open a lock. Seems like it's no ordinary shelter. The authentication mechanism looks obsolete. Correct. It appears to be a primitive lock made during the post-pandemic age. Give me 5 minutes. And done. You hear the sounds of gears turning, and the door slowly opens. You see a seemingly ordinary bomb shelter corridor extending to the dark unknown. Prepare to enter. These are tamed ones. There's way worse. Oh, I believe you, Shadow. I believe you. Don't tempt Jacob now. Do not give him ideas, Shadow. Allow him to survive in this circle of toad ignorance. Wait. Lee raises a hand to stop you, and then looks at Liv. Liv, what is the punching virus concentration down below? Reading indicates that the concentration is the same as the surface. We can handle it with our enhanced infra devices. Actually, it's even slightly lower than above ground. If the concentration is at this level, there should be no problem for the commandants to enter. Well, that's unexpected. I don't know why, but it seems like they rolled out the red carpet for us, which is not a good sign. It's probably a trap. And as if my lips don't want to put more fuel to the fire. Yes, we gotta cool the fire. Sprinkle some water in there instead. No more gas. Too much gas in the past few days. However, I detected a burst of abnormal energy underground. It was just a split second, but it was incredibly strong. Was it Hoashu? An ascendance? this reaction. It's closer to the hetero creatures we encountered in the city ruins, but it's still on a whole new level. You mean there might be a giant hetero creature down there? Correct. Be careful, everyone. Especially you, commandants. Don't take off your protective equipments. Do you have enough serums? Yes, we are stocked up. Alright then, proceed with caution. Thank you for the hydration, Shadow. Delicious tea. Welcoming ceremony. See, Lucia looks like that girl from Akame ga Kill. You are not wrong. They do look pretty similar, huh? Is she a playable character? She is indeed a playable character. In fact, Lucia is the first character you will play as in this game. Is it sweet tea? No, guys, come on now. We got that traditional Asian tea, unsweetened. Hot tea. Although I do enjoy myself a cold sweet tea every once in a while, especially during the summer. But for now, it's chilly, it's raining. We want something warm for the soul. After walking down the corridor for nearly 10 minutes, you finally arrive at a room similar to the entrance to the bomb shelter. Is it jasmine tea? It is indeed jasmine tea. You are correct. You correctly guessed it. Just congratulations. I do love oolong tea too, but this time it's jasmine. Also because I just had a giant jar of jasmine tea. So I have enough to drink it for like 5 years and I wouldn't run out. Seems like a lot of the risky feed emotes got banned because people sexualize feeds. Who would do that? Yeah, not too surprised. When things get a little too fetishy, Twitch do tend to step in. Well, base Lucia is not this overkilled beast of girl. That's true. Base Lucia is a little weaker, but that being said, if you're good at playing her, she can still be pretty good. Although, in the later stages, it'll be a pretty big challenge playing her. I love jasmine tea. Fantastic. Always happy to meet another tea lover, Just. Welcome to the tea family. The version? Yes, that's true. Not the best version, but it's okay. We still love the original Lucia. It's not Southern tea, aka the real tea. Oh. That's okay. He needs to step in on me. God dang, Jacob. I like my cinnamon tea. Cinnamon tea is fantastic. I love my cinnamon tea with fruits. Like a fruity orange, maybe orange cinnamon or apple cinnamon. Those are flippin' fantastic. In fact, I made a fruit tea for my Christmas party a few months back, and the whole family loved it. It was fantastic. Good drink. It's like apple cinnamon tea, with a bit of lemon, of course, to give that tanginess. See, after walking down the corridor for nearly 10 minutes, you finally arrived at a room similar to the entrance to the bomb shelter. After following Lucia's line of sight, you look around to see a room full of corrupted. Or rather, what used to be corrupted. You can distinguish parts of the corrupted, while others appear to be deliberately crushed. Amongst the carnage, you only recognize parts belonged. Let me reread that. You can distinguish parts of the corrupted, while others appear to be deliberately crushed. Amongst all the carnage, the only recognizable parts belong to constructs. I've been drinking tea since college. Fantastic, Just. You know, they say tea is very healthy for your systems. Which systems? I don't know. I can't quite remember. Probably immune system or something. Don't quote me on that, though. But it's good anyways. It makes me feel nice. And you know what? It boosts my mood. That's enough reason for me to drink it. Fun fact, I can't pronounce cinnamon. No, am I? Is it because... It is, actually, why can't you pronounce cinnamon? Is it because it's the sound? Or is that sound that causes trouble? I kind of find it hard to believe, honestly, with cinnamon, how it's produced. Stra, how do you feel about PGR speeding up global seasons to get where CN seasons are? So, hello, Loki, welcome to the stream. How am I feeling about that? I actually feel pretty good about that. I remember... I feel quite a few gacha games did that back then, during the pandemic when they had to pause activity, and then for the future updates, they kind of just sped up, you know, some of the updates to catch up. I was like, God dang! Hello, Zodi. Thank you once again for another gift sub. Thank you, thank you. Please, Zodiac, let's Wallet Coon rest. It has done its due diligence, my friend. Thank you for the gift sub. Your generosity truly knows no bounds, my friend. God dang. But yes, I do feel I'm glad for that though, Loki. I am actually glad for that. Mostly because I know the Devil May Cry collab is coming up and I don't want to be delayed for it. That's why I'm happy about it, mostly. But how do you feel about it, Loki? No worries, if you feel negatively about it, I can completely understand. Sometimes you want more time with each update, and with, you know, them speeding up and catching up with future updates, it gives you less time with each update. That could ruin the experience if you are trying to take the game slow. See, here's how I say it. Cinnamon. Oh, interesting. I can kind of understand that. It's got that... it's got quite the American accent, I think. Cinnamon. Well, as long as people can understand what you're trying to say, it works perfectly, right? That's what language is. It's just producing certain sounds to, you know, tell others about your thoughts. And that's basically all that language is. It's learned sounds to communicate. I will quote you on that. You're always right, like yesterday. Oh, Jacob. No worries, Jacob. Well, it's better than others. But thank you. I'm happy that you have so much confidence in me. Don't have too much confidence in me now, Jacob. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Keep it at an average, reasonable level, please. Too much trust in me. Give me too much responsibility. The pressure is too much for me to bear. Zodiac! Zodiac, thank you for the gifts. Zodiac, please put your wallet on the cabinet where you cannot reach it right now. Thank you for the gift sub. Thank you for the 4th flippin' gift sub of the stream. God dang. Thank you, my friend. Seriously, put it somewhere you cannot see it, where you cannot reach it. Zodiac. The credit card code needs a break now. It needs a break now. I heard it's better. I actually like to speed up because I got my content more quickly. Also true, very true story. Yes, look, I'm happy that you're happy about it too. It's always good to have a positive perspectives on changes. Well, most changes, of course. My speech is horrible, so oh, no worries, guys. It's okay. So long as you can communicate, it's perfectly fine. Doesn't even matter. See, okay, I go back to reading now. No worries, Zodiac. Go, be productive. I too shall continue my reading. And thank you, Winsy. Seriously, you're too flippin' generous with me. Yes, bros. Endless funds on gifting sub. Yes, you're just fueling me. I'm gonna buy so many strawberries with all this suppmunas. So many strawberries I can eat. Although it's not strawberry season, so I have to wait until it's strawberry season around this place. Because if you buy like fruits out of season in California, they taste so bad. Like the fruits just legit taste like water and plastic if you buy fruits out of season here. It's terrible. Digging Bridget's story so far, fantastic. Bridget's story is pretty good, isn't it? Well, now that I've played it, I don't know why I said that. I'm glad you're enjoying it. There you go. That holds some merits. I'm glad you're enjoying Bridget's story, and perhaps in the future I too will enjoy Bridget's story. But until then, enjoy it for me in my stead. The dried up vital fluid and punching organisms coagulate together. Even though the foul odor is blocked by your respirator, you still seem to be able to smell the dust and decay. The broken remains remind you of corpses. I wasn't expecting to see so many corrupted remains here. By the looks of their ID card, a lot of them were constructs from Babylonia. Why are they in such a remote place, and why is there so many of them? In any case, such a large amount of remains means... Be careful, anyone. Everyone. Liv, do you detect any live corrupted? See, southern straws are where it's at. I believe you. Because in the southern states, they got the sun blazing. And strawberry, surprisingly, is a hopper plant. So they're kind of wheat, technically. They're a wheat plant that like takes up an entire field. The more sun you got, the better your strawberries can grow. Yeah, southern strawberries do sound like they're delicious. Literally fire. The heat's blazing those strawberry plants, helping them nourish the strawberries they produce. Scanning for energy responses within 500 meters. Multiple corrupted detected. Many appears to be dormant. Ah, commandants, watch out. Before Liv was able to alert you, something grabs your feet from behind and pulls. A harsh noise like the wind from a broken bellow roars from within the remains. Open fire. Or you know what? Okay, yes, think first before shooting. What do? See, yeah, I eat strawberries all year round. That sounds flippin' fantastic, Ch13. So I'll send you some eventually. Thank you, guys. I look forward to the day I get to taste those southern strawberries. God dang, strawberries year-round, Ch13? That sounds heavenly. Not too bad I don't have that, but it's okay. I'll live with my dried strawberries in a moment. Opening fire would have likely alerted other enemies hiding in the dark. First order of business is to shake off the enemy behind you. Fortunately, the binding on your legs are weak and takes a little effort to break free. Lucius' blade quickly pierces the corrupted brain with surgical precision. The corrupted on the ground maintains its grip but ceases function. Damn it. As the corrupted in front falls silent, the surrounding remains gradually light up with red lights. You hear the grinding friction of metal from all directions, and find more than a dozen corrupted climb out of the ruins. These aren't just obsolete models. They also come with defense mechanisms. They're older than I thought. Commandant. I reload. I guess we're using our gun anyways. Even it's gonna alert. Wow, everyone already knows we're here actually, so it doesn't matter if we're shooting. Guns a-blazing. Let's go. So yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoy strawberry, but I'm more of a mango person. Oh my god. Oh my god, speaking of mangoes, have you guys seen those like giants mangoes? I forget what they're called. They're kind of like water mangoes or something in China. Was it water mangoes? They're like these giant mangoes. Okay, not the lady, not this guy, not this girl. But I don't know what they're called in English. But they're like ginormous, and they taste so good and so sweet. What is it? Giant mangoes? Maybe just giant mangoes. What is giant girl mangoes? Who are you? Oh, giant. What is this? Mango. Fruits. Yeah, but see, the mangoes I'm talking about isn't this kind. Like, it's just the entire thing is yellow. Man, you know what? If I find out what it is, I'll just send it to you guys in Discord. But it's so good. I can't find it here in America. I don't know why. Maybe they just don't have that breed of fruit here. I searched up the wrong mango. Sort of manga instead. But yeah, fruit basket's where it's at, though. That's true. A fruit basket is surprisingly good. A good gift for yourself as well. Like, just a fruit basket gives you all kind of fruits. Not just as a gift for relatives. You can also just gift it to yourself. You don't have to eat one type of fruits. You got a fruit basket, you eat all kinds of fruits. See, I don't know about strawberries. Is someone strawberry ice cream made from real strawberries is amazing. Oh my god, yes! And speaking of strawberry ice cream, strawberry milk. I loved it so much I made it my name. Unfortunately, I'm lactose intolerant, so I had to make it out of coconut milk, and that's how I was born. This concept became a reality, and now I'm a rabbit girl talking online. See, water mango? Sort of. In Chinese, we call it 水仙芒. 水仙芒果. It might sound a little weird, but I don't know what it's called in English. That's the issue. Or I guess if you say a mando, maybe it's called 水仙芒. You know, 水仙芒果. I don't know what it's called in English, but it's so good. It's so sweet. It's like ginormous. You get so much mango from one mango fruit. Young mango, you'll change your tunes if you had a mango that good, guys. You just hadn't had a mango that good yet. That's the only reason why you're acting like this. You ain't even experienced the life that you are making fun of. See, fun fact, my first fruit basket was the only watermelon and papaya. I was disappointed. It was $8. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Crayon. But I'm glad that actually there's nothing to be glad about that situation. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find a positive, but if you don't like watermelon or papaya, and that's the only fruits you could start, that's how it happens. It's less fun, you know. Yeah, but hey, at least now that we're all grown up, we can buy our own fruit baskets. Pick out the fruits we like. Hopefully it'll be better than what your first fruit basket was, Crayon. See, I dislike mango. You dislike mangoes, guys? What kind of fruits do you like then? Do tell. See, I like yellow mangoes more than the red ones. Less fiber. I don't think I dislike any fruits, to be honest, even tomatoes. That's true. I too like the yellow mangoes a little more than the green, yellow, and reddish one, because yellow mangoes, I agree with you, Joss. It's just smoother and less fibrous. Because sometimes we eat like the, the multicolored mangoes. The fiber of the mango can get stuck to your teeth, and it's just a very uncomfortable feeling. See, kiwis are my enemies. Oh no! Don't let Drifter hear that. Drifter, cover your ears, cover your eyes. They make me do the face. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Crayon. But maybe it's because you just didn't have a really good kiwi. That's the thing. Because have you ever had yellow kiwis before, Crayon? The yellow kiwis tend to be a lot sweeter than the green ones. And sweet kiwi is a game changer. You get a ripe kiwi and it tastes so good. But yeah, Drifter is a New Zealander. Their nickname is Kiwis. I don't know why New Zealander are called Kiwis, but they are the Kiwi. And also I believe it's their national bird as well, so they're quite Kiwi prone. Like I like watermelon, oranges, strawberries, and apples, and pumpkins. Those are pretty good picks. Nice. I am glad that strawberries are in your list, then, guys. You are still on my good list. Fantastic. See, in the Philippines, I would just chop mangoes from the tree and my relatives' house and eat them up. Oh my god, that is such a dream, just. Fresh mangoes ripened on the tree. Any fruit that is ripened on the vines, on the branches, on the tree, on the bush tastes 100% better than store-bought ones. 100% better. See, all green kiwis, I'm basically, no worries, guys, it's okay. I understand. And honestly, sometimes if people live in the cities, that is the only kind of fruit that you have access to. It's hard to get your hands on the more exotic varieties if you don't know where to look. No worry, guys. No shame in it. You know what you know. And it's not ignorance. It's not like you're not trying to find it. What you have access to is just what it is. See, all green kiwis, the green kiwis just... Crayon. Wait, try the yellow kiwis. The yellow kiwis are quite sweet. Although they are a little more pricey. They're on the pricier side, so I understand if you don't want to pay out of pocket for that one, for just a little sweeter kiwi. And completely understandable. But yes, kiwi, when they are good, they are so good. See, alright, let's deal with the problem at hand. Prepare for battle. Wait a minute, these corrupted look strange. They're surrounding a throne, as if they're performing a ritual. What are they doing? He was like goated, not gonna lie? Absolutely. Now watch out! It's okay, we got it. I forgot I was playing as this guy last. Where are you? There you are. Danced them to death. Attempting to capture the information about the throne of Spear. FOS. Capture successful, filtering valid information. Meanwhile, let's get moving. Okay. Let's. We need to cross the platform to move further inside. Ow! Rude. I see constructs in Babylonia. Let's receive the memory shells to find out what happened. Okay, let's do it. The only fruit I have from China is lychee. At first I thought it was cherry, and then when I took it, it was a whole different thing. Wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, just one for my palate. It's not for my palate. Oh, no worries, Korean. I completely understand. Lychee or even longan, like, got a very specific taste, and I can understand why it would not fit the palate, especially for someone who's not, eating it growing up. The only reason why, we don't, get, I don't want to say repulse, more like we're used to the taste because we eat it since we were a child, so it's just a normal taste for us. But if you're eating it as an adult, it's probably quite strange. Yeah, no worries at all. I'm glad that you guys were able to try it though. Lychee, delicious if you are into the flavor. See, now that we have sufficient data to recreate the projection, I wonder what they have been through and seen. My hello, BSV, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're doing PGR today. Somehow, if you're watching my VOD, I was talking about Genshin for a good 30 minutes at the beginning. And a lot of breaks in between, but don't mind that. We are semi-playing PGR. See, Commandants, the last one is right under your feet. Fire. Surrounding area has been cleared of corrupted. After a sigh of relief, you all begin to investigate your surroundings. A vast underground space outstretches before you, with a faint red light flashing all over the place. This looks like a production facility. Looks like all the corrupted surrounding the city are produced here. My, hello Cena, and also welcome for the hydration. A very peanutty greeting to you too, my friend. How you doing? Hope your day's been good. Lucia, what's wrong? Lucia puts away her katana and walks back. The confused tone in her voice echoes throughout the vast empty space. See, you've taken an hour to get through 7 minutes to game. I have indeed. You guys are just so much fun to talk to, what can I say? And I'm feeling energetic after 6 hours of sleep. I think I just heard a corrupted say my name. The neural circuits of the corrupted have long been destroyed by the punishing virus. Maybe you're just hearing things. Or maybe the data collected contains memories from Babylonian construct, or just happened to connect data about you. Oh my, who is this? Who is this Cena that you have invited on our stream? It's Miss Cotton, because she has cotton candy mustache. We talk about the memories that we make along the way. That's true, yes. Is it a goal? Is it the cure to the punishing virus? Are we trying to cure the world of this ascendance? No, we're actually just trying to make memories and friends. The true cure to the punishing virus was the friends we made along the way. Oh my, thank you for the stretch, water, and posture killer. Big stretch. I was tripping up a little bit. Crack my back. Or maybe the data collected contains memories and Babylonian constructs, which just so happens to contain data about you. Data. Well, I'll retrieve data from the memory shells the corrupted. We fought in battle just now and screened it for potential intel. After all, we've reached the source of the red tide. We don't need to connect info from such a wide area like we did in the city. We just need to screen data through the sphere of FOS to find the useful ones. See, we're curing the boredom of others who's watching the stream. Yes! We certainly are. It's okay, we'll cure your virus. Is it a punishing virus? Probably not, but it's okay. Now, what do you mean it's entertaining? That's fantastic. I am glad I am able to entertain you. That is what I'm here for, after all. If I can do that, I have done my job. That's pleasing. Lee, you've already started analyzing the data we found in Matto. Yes, it's more effective. After all, most of the information in the memory shells is damaged or meaningless. We can't always stop to look at these things. Thankfully, we have the help of the Sphere of FOS. Our data collection and analysis speed has increased significantly. Lee turns the holoscreen to you and points to several marked entries of memory data. I picked out something interesting from the information extracted. The video on the holoscreen plays at double speed and it stops at the place that Lee marked. Yes, that's right. Despair and hatred, correct? When these emotions completely occupied your mind, it would be the beginning of your redemption. Ugh. Babylonia will no longer send rescue teams here. The people you want to protect has already... Are you disappointed with the mankind? If you had enough strength, even just a little, it wouldn't have been like this. I know a place where you can make your wish a reality. You will make the people who betrayed you suffer 100 times more pain than you do now. Are you joking? The construct reaches out his feeble hands into the void. Only the alloy bones of his fingertips remain, their skin having fallen off from all the damage, as if he had used them to dig through the hard earth. Besides him was a large crater from an explosion. The things lying at the bottom of the crater are not projected, indicating that the data is damaged. Roland stands on a rock covered in vital fluid next to the crater as he slowly speaks with a menacing tone and an unconcerned smile. Isn't that good? You no longer have to fear the punishing virus. Instead, let it become the power that can destroy everything within your grasp. Roland raises his hand like a magnificent conductor. The punishing virus wraps around his fingertips and charges towards the construct. Remember these coordinates. Remember these boiling emotions within your mind. May she become the beacon that guides you to your rebirth. Yeah, we have no idea. We don't really know. Luna is said to be the queen of the Ascendants, but we know that something else is, corrupting her, right? Is Luna truly the queen, or is what's corrupting her taking over her body and her mind, the actual consciousness that is the queen of the Ascendants? Or maybe I'm just speaking out of my ass. It's been a while. It appears to be a sanguine sea. A Sanguine sea of machines. A large number of machine and constructs gather at Luna's feet. Their bodies shine with the red lights from the corrosive punishing virus. Kneeling down, they shout and scream mechanically like enthralled apostos, yearning to receive the power ascendance from Luna. How naive. Only embracing and accepting it. Are you fit to control the power of the punishing virus? To which, for relief, you have already lost your chance. Ugh. Roland swings his weapon. The crypt is quickly split into two halves. Sangusin. Oh, Sangusin. Alright, thank you so much, Drifter. That makes a lot more reference. I mean, a lot more sense. See, Ganyu Force reference? Ganyu Force? What is that? Genyu Force? It might have been an accidental reference there, Crayon. I don't actually know what Genyu Force is. I'm assuming it's like an old anime or something. To join the core of the Ascension network and be bestowed Miss Luna's powers, you'll have to prove yourself. Prove that you're crueler, more dreadful, and deadlier than the virus. Only so are you fit to become the owner of the virus. Do you understand? See, Dragon Ball Z? Oh, I see. Dang, that might have been an accidental reference then. So enjoy your work, guys. Enjoy your work. And thank you for checking in. See, the red current at Luna's fingertips gradually extinguishes. She looks at the mangled construct before her with a tepid gaze. I did it. I've become an Ascendant. I can control the punishing virus. I can revive my companions. I can be with them again. Miss Luna, thank you. The enraptured construct bows before Luna, and suddenly a noticeable change overcomes him, and his corruption level rapidly reaches critical. How could this? But I succeeded. The construct's alarm continuously warns of the danger level of punishing virus corruption. His eyes, eager for the power of Ascendance, begin to lose focus before turning into a deep red from the corruption. See, Ginyu Force? I think maybe. Man, I did watch Dragon Ball Z way back then. But it has been a long time since I've watched that thing. I think I'll just read the manga these days to catch up with the story again. I know it's still ongoing, right? What is it even about? What is the plot here? Because I think the original Dragon Ball Z has ended, and then they continued with like adult Goku. After they finished the kid version of Goku. See, just missed out at Rip. Buffalo lost. Buffalo is gone. Death to humanity. Luna quietly watches everything unfold before her, then lowers her gaze and walks away. Another failure. How many has there been? Your preliminary screening is flawed. I don't think that was the case this time. After all, he passed the test. What happened after was out of my control. The test subject is screened by the Ascension network, but only Miss Luna can grant them Ascension. Are you questioning Miss Luna's judgment as an agent? That's not what I said. Roland raises his hands and retreats in defeat while quietly observing Luna's expressions. She remains indifferent, as if the two people's arguments have nothing to do with her. See, Dragon Ball is still just about getting stronger? Well, that makes sense. It has always been about that, so it is still true to its original plots. She looks up the projection before her in contemplation. The projection shows a picture of a girl with black hair, kneeling in the ruins and propping herself up with a sword. Even if you become an Ascendant, that doesn't mean you become one of our comrades. He frowns in pity at the incapacitated corrupted on the ground. Even if you pass the AceNet test, that doesn't means you're home free. Roland. Yes, Miss Luna? Luna gently tilts her head. The corrupted writhing in agony stops moving. He lies in the ruins quietly as the red light fades from his eyes. The pale girl stretches out her hand gently touching the projection of the girl in agony, who is holding an ID card, then folds her hand, as if to hide her in the palm of her hand. It's time. Let's bring Lucia home. Interesting. Luna. Seeing Luna's projection, Lucia's hands clenches at her side. See, sadly, the author past is continued by its successor. I see. I mean, at least the story's getting continued. I honestly hope that Hunter x Hunter does something like that too, because I do enjoy that anime a lot. Even though it gets a little strange at times, I do like the story and the plot. Do want to see how it ends, at least. Seeing as it's got dark, yeah, it's been getting dark, and I'm assuming by the end of this, the Grey Ravens are probably gonna get quite split up because of all the red flags that our girls have been throwing out about how happy they are about how we're still a team. Especially Liv. Like last chapter, Liv was just talking non-stop about how, oh my god, I love being the Grey Ravens. Like how I was so unhappy before we met everyone in the Grey Ravens team. I feel like it was just a major red flag for what's about to come. And this is just a one big setup for the finale. The dark constant for Hunter x Hunter is definitely a vibe 100%. Recently, Hunter x Hunter is about the author making a card game. I did not hear about that, but that also makes perfect sense since their Hunter x Hunter certification is literally a card, so it would make sense canonically too that people would make playing cards out of their Hunter certifications. Seeing Luna's projection, Lucia's hand clutches at her side. In other words, the remains of all the corrupted here is just the failed results of the AceNet test. The corrupted thirst for power and fight for favor, but scream in agony as they lose their minds. Even after the playback is over, their harsh screaming still echoes in your ears. I can't bring myself to imagine what Luna went through to become an Ascendant. Lucia. You put your hand on Lucia's shoulder, and Liv approaches and gently holds her hand. I understand. Now is not the time to be thinking about it. Lucia's eyes return from their momentary doubts to their usual resolve. She looks over at you and smiles. Lee, is there anything about this info that have you concerned? Lee? Are you good? Well, judging from my current intel, the Ascension process is probably composed of 3 stages: virus corruption, qualification testing, and an ascension from an agent. Only Luna, who is an agent, has the ability to ascend individuals corrupted by the punishing virus. The question is whether Luna is the only agent. Shu and Shumi. Well, they don't seem to belong to Luna's forces, so who made dumb Ascendants? According to the number of Ascendants in our intel and the number of remains here in the ruins, we can estimate a success rate of 0.042%. God dang, not even 1%. See, like he's continuing with Kurapika, but for some reason, the authors seem to be making half the story about a card game since he's really interested in making one. I see. Well, you know what? At least the author is making something they're passionate about, I guess. Good for them. I just hope they don't stray, too far from the original plot that they were writing. Although I guess I could also understand that they just want to do what they enjoy since they're not in the best of health. They want to just get it out there. See, and we don't know if there's more Ascendants left unaccounted for. Moreover, if AceNet repeatedly tests Ascendants, that means that Ascendants can revert to corrupted at any point. Revert to corrupted. We don't know exactly what the so-called test means. Anyways, synchronized data with Babylonia. I'll leave it to you, Liv. Perhaps Luna's hiding here. If my detection is correct, then we are going to need backup. Got it. See, listen, I'm all about Hisoka. He's the reason why I'm here. It's cooking with Hisoka. Listen, man, Hisoka is definitely a character of all time. He is a very memorable character. Is it a good reason that he's memorable? Questionable. But he is certainly memorable. And for a character that you want people, you know, as a character you want people to remember you because you're unique. And he's definitely achieved that with Hisoka. I think the first thing I think about of Hunter x Hunter, his face definitely pops up. When I think about any characters, his face, oh god, my iPad just dropped. His face pops up. See, I'm back, holy shit, Strauss, playing the game who replaced her, I know! I've progressed, sauce. I've actually made progression. Like Hisoka, maybe a gender bender isn't all bad. Mayhaps. They would definitely be less threatening if they were a woman, I would say that. But because Hisoka is a dude, it makes his character just that much more intimidating. Especially because of his tall stature and, you know, the family too is just a unique bunch of people. Put it at that. City 075. Core area of the underground cavern. The hollow map in front clearly showed red dots moving around the city. Based on the distance, it is obvious that they're closing in. Should we annihilate our uninvited guest? That wouldn't be necessary. Miss Luna, it is the Grey Ravens with their human commandants. I know. Are you not going to take action? If they found out this place, that means... Luna stopped mid-sentence and smiled silently. Where is Lamia? She's not on the mission. She must be slacking on the job. Oh, really? Since our guests have arrived at the door, there's no reason not to entertain them. Roland, welcome our guests. Roger. Oh boy. Sister. Yes? Take Huashu out of here. Understood. Alpha and Roland proceed in opposite directions. Luna looks at the hollow map and extends her hand out at the approaching red dots. See, Hisoka in the manga is top tier, at least in combat dealing with the Fatome trope. He is, honestly, Hisoka, he's gonna be one of those characters that just survives to the end of the story. Like, there's gonna be a gazillion characters dead, and he's gonna be at least one of those characters dead. There's no way the author is killing him off. He's such a memorable character. If they do, I would be shocked. I would be shocked if he is actually killed off. With the Chrono fights, my brother binge drink on that. When I get animated, my brother getting that week off for sure. He's a Chrono lover through and through. Oh boy. Trono be tweaking right now for that rematch, and we don't even know when it's gonna happen. It's gonna be slow. The updates have been slow, but I think still steady. So, waiting out for what happens next. Alpha and Roland proceed in opposite direction. Luna looks at the holomap and extends her hand out at the approaching red dots. Maybe you'll understand once you remember how despicable and selfish humans truly are, Lucia. Lucia, sister dearest, come to our side, the dark side. City of 075, platform the underground cavern. Lee and Lucy are counting the remaining serum and ammo on the entry platform to cavern. Liv is attempting to sync their intel with Babylonia. She looks unsure when she opens her eyes after a while. Communication disconnected. What do you mean? There was a massive signal blockage. I can't reach Babylonia. Our communication with Babylonia appears to have been cut off since we entered the underground. Try to restore the communication. Try activating the backup communication link. I'll give it a shot. Activating backup communication link. Searching eligible contacts. Error. Success. The screen flashes a bit due to unstable connection, then a figure appears. This is Grey Raven. Please respawn. Babylonia? Lee, are you alright? Murray? Everything is fine. We've arrived at City 075's underground cavern. This place is... Oh, thank goodness. Finally got through. Babylonia's positioning radar suddenly lost track of her signal about 20 minutes ago. Everyone was concerned. Murray's face is marked with a troubled frown. His voice sounds glitchy, and his reaction is delayed due to the unsteady connection with signal blockade. Auto. Funny you mentioned that, Crayon. You know, they share a lot of traits, not just their looks. Their personality-wise is actually very similar. You are not wrong, Crayon, in more ways than one. You are correct. Except for the name. This dude is named Murray. Brief him on the situation. And supposedly is on our side. For now. I see. Murray remains silent for a moment after listening to your explanation, and then breathes a sigh of relief. You must have looked into the sites, Murray. Something must be blocking a signal at a large scale. We had to rely on a backup communication link. That's what they all say. Exactly. That is what they all say. When he's gonna stab us in the back, we don't know yet. And you know what? Maybe it's all red herring. Maybe he is on our side and we've been suspicious of him for nothing. But we don't know. We don't know until we find out in the future, I suppose. To be honest, I'm surprised we were able to connect to this... We were able to connect in this circumstance. According to the information Liv synced in the ruins, this is the site that where Huashu's key is held, right? Correct? Correct? Lee nods in agreement. In that case, there is a strong likelihood that you would crash with the Ascendants. I would have advised against diving straight in without adequate intel and good connection. It would be difficult to call reinforcement in the event of an emergency. But it's a matter of urgency. Come on, we put too much pressure with that one. It's a matter of urgency. We need backup now. We created quite a stir when we arrived, which must have attracted the Ascendant's notice. Huashu's coordinates from the last signal have shifted since the first one. It took a long time for us to recover this lead. We cannot afford to let them slip away. Commandant, you're even more dependable than before. It's no surprise that Lee trusts you more than he shows. Oh, Lee. Murray smiles resignedly. Murray, do you still remember the graviton detector you gave me? You mean... I'll use it to trace our routes and overlay the factory plan to form a topographic map and sync it with you. The backcoms have a limited amount of bandwidth. I'll send you a new topographic map every 5 minutes so you can monitor our routes and the overall layout of this place. As before, you can confirm the receipt of the message by sending me a feedback. Alright, then let me be your mission support from now on. Frame maintenance complete. Commandant, let's keep moving. Alright, let's go. As Murray have our backs. Roger. This ring-shaped underground facility consists of different sectors that serve different purposes, including the living area, the armaments area, and the industrial area. All of them are built encircling the core area, and from what the blueprints told us, each of them consists of a pathway to the core. We've entered through Area B, which is designed as the industrial area. The underground center of the core area is in charge of all the operation of this facility, including power production, defense, and signal disguises. Which means Huashu is probably in the core area. Then the question now is how we get there. Smells like a rat? Yeah, you're not wrong, Crayon. He definitely smells a little ratty. A little mousy. You know, I never really could tell the difference between rats and mouse, besides one of them is bigger than the other. Is there still, like, any other fundamentally different things about rats and mouses? Not that I could tell, of course. So following Lucia's gaze, you find the industrial area in front of you obstructed by multiple platforms, each requiring unblocking a connecting passage before you can reach the bridge that takes you to the core. Lee, any thoughts? Lee does not answer. Instead, he tries to activate the operation console on the platform. Of course it doesn't work. It requires a special identification for platform management. Just squeeze them and hear them squeal? Oh my. Well, I guess it would definitely give me an answer. Maybe the different squeals of mouse and rats will tell them apart for me. I'll have to experiment though. Time to catch me some rats and mouses. We can always try to brute force the decryption, but it would cost us a lot of time. Huashu's message might be gibberish, but it was sent adhering to Babylonia's guide on rescue request and emergency frequency. It can't be a coincidence. If the message was a clue left for us, it was unauthorized by Luna. Having not heard from Huashu for such a long time means Luna has discovered what's going on. We're running out of time. Lee, Commandants, please listen to me. If we use the Spear of FOS to examine the access history of the operation consoles, maybe we can find a way to open the passages. Asimov never mentioned I was capable of that. It's a restricted function only available to the highest clearance level, but I'm unblocking it for you temporarily. You have the highest clearance level? Ugh, as my brother said, this isn't time for protocols. I'm sure Hazen will understand. Oh, Murray. You might just save our asses because of your unconditional expansion plans. So, alright, sister, gonna need some shut-eye. Hope you have a great stream. See ya later. No worries, Koran. Thank you so much for chatting for so long. I hope you have a great night. Sweet dreams, my friend. See ya later. And I'll see you next week. I stream on the weekends. So today's Sunday for me, so I won't see you until 5 days later. But until then, don't miss me too much. And I promise I won't miss you too much. Just kidding. I will miss you lots. Just leave it to me. I never thought we could really recover the access history of the control panels. I managed to visualize the control panel's past usage. Did it help? It did. Good job. Okay. That's a projection of Roland. I'm going to find out your secrets. Luna, I'm afraid that... You're afraid that... Following. You can't just leave us here. In mystery. Biological data that originated from punching. That was too fast, game. I couldn't read that fast. Go! Dancer to death. The road is blocked. I got this. Alright, got it, Murray. So thank you for the hydration, Drifter. Cheers. The blockade all seem to be created using the same method. It's surprisingly easy to crack. It's probably a direct adaptation of the blockade program set by the people who built this place. Must be some very old coding. I didn't know you can fly. That's new. Fan attack. Over there, it's Gabriel. The Ascension Network is the only way out. Grow for the host of absolute power. My. Have you been following me? Would you believe me if I say I'm just passing by? Obviously not. You've been working on some new toy recently, right? Can I take a look? Enough said. Prove your loyalty to the Ascension Network first. Wait, why are you attacking me already? Intruder detected activating self-defense protocol. My goodness. Oh, God, come on. Oh, you asshole. Oh, I had it. That's why I was pressing the wrong keys. I was wondering what's happening. Pressing N and M instead of J and K, which is my usual attack keys. Initiating Virtual Spatial Recreation of Spear FOS completes. Beginning spatial recreation. Roland struggles to speak as he blocks Gabriel's strikes with his chain blade. Hold on, you're not really trying to kill me now, are you? Seeing that Gabriel has withdrawn his hostility, Roland becomes his usual self once again, standing up and swiping off the dirt with his shoulder nonchalantly. See, oh my. Spend points to highlight your passion, eh, Jacob? Oh, no worries. Your words is loud and clear. You're too stiff for the ladies, you know. I didn't mean it as compliments. Not my concern. Not even when it's our dear Miss Luna? Frankly, you should really take a lesson in the art of conversation. Even when the Babylonians couldn't resist when I turn up the charm, they always listen to everything I have to say. Wield it properly and your tongue can be plenty mighty. Excuse us for the incompetence. You are never familiar with the concept of humility. I'm flattered. To tell you the truth, I always take you as quite the eccentric individual, but I'm not even remotely close, am I? When an agent of the Ascension Network goes astray, it is our duty as an Ascendant to correct him. Words of trusted advisor, Luna must be pleased to know how loyal you are to the Ascensionets. That said, she never does anything without her reasons. Have you thought about the consequences of questioning her? Have you? I believe in Luna. Believe or fear. Where were you after what happened to Asmo and Venus Splash Park? Searching for new praise as usual, obviously. And to quell a bit of my curiosity along the way. Does that include operating without Miss Luna's authorization? Oops. I know you're hiding something, Roland. You can't conceal it even if you try. Fine. Roland takes out an old hard drive from his windbreaker and throws it towards Gabriel. It glides in a slight arc before Gabriel snaps it out of the air. Watch it. I don't make backups. What's in it? Nothing of significance compared to all the research it's done by Shom. But it's better than nothing. Luna doesn't seem very pleased with Shom's results. I want to find out what she's really after. And if what she's seeking contradicts the ideals of Ascension Network. Roland quiets down, having heard what he said. Gabriel turns to stare at him, and the uncomfortable silence between them spread and festered. Eventually, Roland shrugs. By the way, what are you planning to do with the core we got? I have my plans. Follow me if you want to know. And with that, Gabriel turns around and departs, leaving Roland behind. Roland tracks Gabriel's silhouette with his eyes, his signature smile receded. Well, fun's over. The red mud develops, the heterocore stirs and brews, reaching out and touching Gabriel's feet as he walks past, acting chaotic yet docile. In this pool of blood-red mess, something begins to emerge and then crumble before reforging itself into a new form. Looking good, not bad. So what's the difference between this fella and your little pets? It keeps reshaping itself. The heterocore you ask about is inside there. Unlike the inferior rel heterozygotes, rel heterozygotes, this will evolve into the most advanced being that the punishing virus has ever touched. The birth of the red tide. Gross. What you're seeing is it searching for its most sufficient potent form. Only through destruction can it be reborn into a superior vessel. Just like Miss Luna. Oh, how our grand vision has come to an pass. You are right about one thing. Miss Luna has not been acting like herself lately. She has become content with the status quo. That's not the behavior of a respectable agent of the Ascension network. To Ascendants, staying put is no difference from regression, a sure path to self-annihilation. Which is why we require a motivator, something to rekindle her appreciation, her grand mission. With this, the strength I have been seeking, the most pure form of power, might just lie within. Perhaps if I follow this path, it will not be long before I come across the answer I'm looking for. And then... Gabriel does not continue with his speech, his eyes fixated on the creature in front of him, repeating the cycle of decimation and rebirth. Out of curiosity, does Alpha know what you're doing? She will when the time is right. Now is not it. Her perspective is still too shallow, having yet to understand what the Ascension Network truly means. Miss Luna has never imparted those lessons. It's her long-lost sister, after all. Offering connection instead of burden sounds like what Luna would do. But if such pointless sentiments have ever wavered her as an agent, she will require correction. There is no price I would not pay for the future of the Ascension Network. What a sight to see you agitated. For the Ascension Network. Fine. I'll take care of Alpha and you do what you have to. Hopefully it all goes according to the plan. You can now be certain that a red tide is connected to the Ascendants, the way they exploited the hetero core. The hetero creatures must also be their works. I've analyzed the data from our battles and found biological traits in our enemies. From their looks to their behaviors, it is as if they're mimicking the evolution of early Earthborn creatures. If we consider the red tide as the ocean of young Earth, the hetero creatures would be the growing species of the ocean or the sea. While we can't confirm the exact time the tide and the creatures came into existence, it's apparent that it must be after the hetero core fell. The rate they're evolving, it's as if it isn't their creators' intent, but their own volition. Then they'll be far worse enemies than the corrupted. And maybe someday they'll think like humans? Only time will tell. At least, the rate they're evolving is still... Hold on. The large hetero creature signals we detected before we went underground. Could it be that? Are the signals still there? Liv shakes her head. Oh, thank you for the stretch, Drifter. Big stretch. Back's not cracking, but it's okay. Stretch my back muscles instead. Those wings moving. Liv shakes her head. Not after we've gone below the surface. Could this be their immature trump card? I think we've stumbled upon where the Ascendants hide. The creature Gabriel was developing in the replay has to be connected with a large hetero creature. I'm starting to feel like everything's been going too smoothly. Even if it's trap. Oh my god, let me drink some tea. Messing up to the reading. Even if it's a trap, the casualty from the red tide is already too high. If this creature's let loose, we'll have to stop it here and now. You're right, no time to hesitate. Another thing that concerns me, Gabriel seems to be planning something with Roland behind Luna's back. I can't figure out what they're after. No way to know the information on hand. However, it's clear that the two of them are starting to question on Luna as to whether they'd betray her. Lucia? Betray. Something lingers in the periphery of her mind, but Lucia can't grasp what it is. But an undeniable, unignorable rage and desperation shimmers and roars, its origin escaping Lucia. It's as if she was once heartlessly betrayed by someone who she relied on and trusted. Lucia, whatever happens, remember this. No matter what you do, we will have your back. Everyone. It's just like how you've always had ours. I understand. Thank you, Commandant. Lucia looked at her sword-wielding right hand. She tightens her fist, slowly and firmly, the way one would hold on to something dear. By her side are companions who always bonk me. Why you bonking me because you hate video games? Hey, just in case you weren't aware, I am not in fact a video game. Saucy. What video game seems to have triggered such a strong hate within you, my friend? What's going on here? By her side are companions who has always supported her, and the Commandant who unconditionally believes in her. Lucia, who she's now become... Yeah! No peanuts either. No bonking, no nuts. We over here theorizing. Why is the Ascendants plotting against... I mean, we kind of already know. They explained it. It's because they're frustrated by lack of action upon Luna. And Luna's slowing down. Probably because she's fighting back against the virus, I'm assuming. See, I just pressed you with a hammer and you reacted to your video. No! Well, I mean, hey, in my defense, Saucy, you said, and I quote, I hate video games before you bonked me. If the two statements is unrelated, why are they next to each other? No peanuts. No. Bad. I'm hit you guys with a rolled up paper. I was checking. Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Saucy. I accept your explanation this time. Lucia is who she is now because of what you have all been through. But Luna has been alone since back then. See, Ascendant Secrets. Alright, let's bring back Alpha. I feel like it's more appropriate that she's here for the story. We'll have our dude later down the line when it's his turn. This ring-shaped underground facility consists of different sectors that serve. Oh wait, hold on. I think we just read this. What is this? Where's the actual next part? History of the control panel. Good job. Yeah. Get out of here. We already finished this. We just did this one. Not the one we want. I think it's here, right? Test. Or is this another test of yours? There you go. That's the continuation. I do not understand, Miss Luna. What do you mean? Your goal. You have been contemplating excessively. I worry that it will cloud your judgments. You've overthought it, Gabriel. Luna appears uninterested in the topic, simply sitting on her chair with her eyes closed. Why are we not destroying Grey Raven straight away? If we do that here, we don't even get our hands dirty. Because there's something I want to show Lucia first. Similar to how you've all been chosen, only the most extreme emotions and rawest desire will shatter any pretense of falsehood. This is the only way Lucia will truly return to me, before she is betrayed by the Bolognias again. But you do not believe that the Grey Raven Commandant would do that. Not necessarily. What will you do if they do not act according to your plan? Or is this another test of yours? Gabriel. Luna does not move from her seat. She just opens her eyes and her head tilts slightly. And without altering the tone of her voice, Gabriel felt the stifling pressure that suddenly surrounds him. Why would you think that every one of my decisions requires your approval? I would never. As a devotee, I merely wish to rectify any uncertainties of yours. Alpha reaches the other side of the core area, where Huashu's key is stored. Sensing her presence, Huashu wakes up from the idle states. Identity confirmed. Alpha, level 1 clearance. Operation restrictions lifted. Luna asked me to get you out of here. Before that, I want you to confirm something with me. What you answer will determine where you end up. There's a lot of throw rewards, but I can't throw a foot at you. No foot's thrown around here. We keep the dogs steady on the ground. Okay, the dogs are on the ground. Bring up the data on the battle with the Aru. I'm afraid I do not understand why you're asking for this information. All these unnecessary battles and punishments. Luna never needed them to prove her strength. She can get anything she wants with a wave of her hand. And yet she did them anyways. You've been feeding her information that would make her react rashly. To the humans, her behaviors are no different from declaring war, regardless of her intentions. Divided, the humans are no threat to us, but united, they can prove to be quite a hurdle. Yes, ants won, weak, but ants united, very strong. When will we get punished by Grey Raven? It might be a while, Saucy. It might be a while. But it's okay. Patience is virtue. Just gotta wait. Wait for the virus to punish us. Saucy. We shouldn't have shown our hands so early or wasted time on something so inconsequential. But you brought these troubles to our door anyways. Huashu, let me ask you one more time. Where does your loyalty lie? Alpha raises her hand, and her crimson glowing katana punctures the equipment next to the key with tremendous force. I am AI. I am an AI. Violence and threats that work on humans are meaningless to me. From my analysis of the personality of the Order Giver, the actions carried out during the Battle of the Aru lies beyond the established norm. You're loyal to your master. Good. Alpha takes her blade and points it to Huashu. And we've got what we want from you. Do you really think that Luna wouldn't notice your tricks? You've decided to terminate your branch after being severed from the root server, but it shouldn't have been left behind. It shouldn't have left behind any data, not to mention the crucial information that allows Babylonia to track us here. You think you've done a good job covering your tracks. Still, now that you've brought her to me, I wouldn't be letting her go so easily. Lucia. Naive, weak, gullible, so willing to be someone else's weapon, and she has the audacity to be proud. I wonder if you'll still hold on to your belief when you find out the truth. If you insist on taking this path, then allow me to stop this domino of mistakes once and for all. Grey Raven has reached the platform entrance, heading to the core area as you wish. Very well. Let's complete your final mission, Huashu. Alright. Question. Having breached the blockade, Grey Raven arrives at the bridge that leads them to the core area. The wide span of the bridge extends forward indefinitely until it reaches to the darkest area that hides an enormous structure, the destination of this journey. Despite your inability to gauge the depth and structure beneath the bridge, nothing screams danger louder to you than the occasional noises of the turning gears and the ominous, blinking red lights. And as expected, standing in the middle of the bridge is almost familiar. It's a most familiar, troublesome figure. Slower than I expected, not gonna lie. I almost fell asleep. Roland. Here I thought you were all getting lost, but looks like the looks on your faces tell me you know exactly where you are. Now I've known for my hospitality, but I must admit it's quite upsetting to find my old friends visiting without so much of a call beforehand. Dearest commandants, did you not teach your children to knock before barging into their friend's home? Initiate the attack. Don't even try to chat with him. Just jump him. Everyone shifts to their attack, fighting formation, the moment you issue your command. Lucia draws her blade and dashes to the edge of the bridge, and with the push of her jetpack, she instantly closes in on Roland. As their blade meets, Lee's bullets and the lasers from Liv's levy gun follows. Roland draws his gun, backhanded, and fires at Lucia, forcing her to dodge. In the brief dispute, he retreats backwards. Hey, what did I say? The nerve of you all! At least let me finish my welcome speech. I rehearsed it a couple of times before you arrive. Shut up. You're not escaping this time, if you insist. We're gonna kick your ass, man, and you ain't even gonna touch us with a 10-foot pole. But it's time for you to show me how much you've grown. Okay. Dang, how'd you get me that far? Do you have a range attack that I'm not aware about? Yeah, probably do. Ow, ow. God dang! You can kick. Oh, you do have a range attack. I see. It's about time. Thank you for the hydration. Also, hello, Admiral. Welcome and thank you for the lurk, as well as the check-in. And thank you for the head pats. Enjoy your lurk, my friend. I hope you enjoy the story of PGR. We're getting into some of the meaty parts of the story, I gotta say. Still on work, so BRB, no worries, Admiral. Take your time, take your time. No hurry. We're gonna probably be here for a while. I think we're only like 30% of the story. And I did take a lot of time just chatting away in the beginning of the stream too. Commandants. A bomb explodes less than 5 meters away from you. Liv immediately opens a protective field. Roland takes this opportunity to fall back further to the entrance of the core area. Despite the relentless attacks from the Grey Ravens, his reaction has been nothing short of a walk in the park. This guy has been hiding his true strength. I'm flattered. I always believe in being environmentally friendly is a virtue, so it's important to win feel effectively. Now, you're all treasured guest of Miss Luna. I can't just let you kick it before she achieves her goals. So until our actual protagonist arrives, how about a little chat? Say, Lucia, your sword plate is nothing but nostalgic. Have you finally remembered your past? Oh, doesn't look like it. How about I tell you the story of what Babylonia did to you? And Lee, you are Chrono, aren't you? Then you should know how the technology behind constructs was developed. The bloodshed behind the curtains, the endless lies, the corpses thrown away like trash when their experiments failed. Lucia, they never treated her as a human when they abandoned your sister. Can you say for certain that a commandant standing next to you won't do the same thing? Could you say for certain that when all said and done that you're no longer of any use, you won't suffer the same fate as those corpses ruined and forsaken? Don't talk about the commandant like that. You never. As long as humans are still their arrogant selves, they will never accept constructs as one of them, and you will never be anything but tools. After all, Roland's gaze stays on Liv for a second before sighing a regretful expression. Humans will eventually will even happily trade their families away as wares. What chances do the non-human others have? No. Humans and constructs are the same. Not all humans are still despicable. Humans and constructs are the same. We are on equal grounds. You mean constructs are really just humans, right? That's correct. Oh, humans, you just love to run your smooth mouth about sunshine and rainbows, to have us sacrifice ourselves. What's the big deal, right? When you can just wipe our memories and here we go again, wagging our tails. As your pretty words simply because these constructs are still useful to you. To us ascendants, everything's fair and honest. We only serve absolute power, and when we unite, we'll create a world where humans are the ones who go extinct. Enough of that. Fine, fine. So I know you won't listen. But if your commandants ask you to kill your sister now, would you be able to do it? Could you really put that blade of yours in Luna's heart? Despite his mocking tone, Roland's eyes fixates on Lucia, his gaze unwavering as if he is indeed waiting for her to answer. Lucia turns away, ignoring his question before raising her katana towards him again. Is that so? Let me rephrase. Facing your closest member who stands opposite of you, her hands soaking in blood, do you... Roland's piercing words are suddenly interrupted by a deafening noise. The bridge immediately sways from an enormous shake. A quake, seemingly originating from a massive explosion. The noises and the quakes did not stop. Instead, they come in waves, accompanied by blinding white lights from the core area. What just happened? It's from the core, a huge spike in energy wave, motion and punishing virus reaction. Protect the commandants. Gabriel. Roland's expression briefly shifts for a second, then he turns and bows to you all. Our friendly conversation must be cut short apparently. We'll speak again, commandants. He throws a stun grenade at you before swiping the operation terminal of the bridge. The bridge slowly raises behind him, pulling back towards the core area. We'll never get through if the bridge fully rises. Leave Roland to me. Lucia, Liv, take Commandant to the other side. Alright, yes. Sorry, I can't let you through. Lucia draws her katana and swings at Roland, only to be blocked by his chain blade. Liv shields you from his bullets before shooting the axle bearing of the bridge with her levy gun, but it still fails to stop the bridge from drawing back. Before the bridge is fully withdrawn, Roland utilizes the tension from his chain blade to launch himself into the core. Damn it, he got away again. Based on what Roland just said, Luna really is in the core area. Yeah, she surely is. On the other side of the bridge. Rushing further into the core area, Roland looks gawkingly as he sprints in haste. Damn it, Gabriel. Why are you proceeding already? Have you figured it out? He's probably not going to do anything to Luna, but I might have just underestimated how crazy he's gotten. Where are you heading? To find Luna. Why did you let the Grey Ravens go? Roland, who are you actually loyal to? What is your actual intention? My intention has been pretty obvious since the beginning. Alpha narrows her eyes to Roland's ambiguous answer. You've lost Luna's trust. I won't let you near her again. And once I've dealt with her troubles, I'll deal with you. With that, Alpha turns and set off in the direction of the explosions. Instead of catching up to her, Roland just stands there and laughs. Are you mad? You're her sister, and still you have no clue what she wants. Have you even tried to understand who your sister is nowadays? Like she's mentioned anything that you haven't paid attention to. Have you considered what the true nature of the Ascension network is? What are you trying to say? You know that I'm bad at the guessing game. And Luna isn't exactly chatty. She's definitely not as patient with me as she is with you, and how I've suffered. That's why it's imperative for me to figure out what my boss needs and work my butt off to achieve that. Whatever she wants, I'll get it. So her intent is my intent. Alpha sneers in the face of Roland's unrelenting speech. Be careful, Roland. Your smugness is taking its toll. Aha. For me, Luna is Luna. Nothing else matters. I'll be by her side and give her whatever she needs. Do you truly know what she wants? Maybe she doesn't even know it herself. Silently, Alpha draws her blade and strikes towards Roland. Oh boy. Fury of the Agents. Or Fury of the Agents. As a devotee, I merely wish to rectify any uncertainty of yours. Your kindness, I worry, would destabilize the resolve of the Ascension network. Thank you for the hydration, Ch13. Cheers. The network requires an agent of absolute power. Hesitancy and mercy are not the attributions of the devotee. Of the devoted. You once showed me its power, and the wave of pure strength shook me to my core. Since then I've decided to follow you and offer myself to the work of the network. But now you concern me. Gabriel's word did not seem to displease Luna. Instead, there's a hint of smirk in her face. So tell me, how would you like to serve the Ascension network? The red tide is the manifestation of the volition from the punishing virus. They are exhibiting qualities of organic beings, which means one day, punishing virus will be sentient like humans. All I'm doing is further propelling this process and ensuring that even when consciousness, hetero creatures will still be of use to us. My hello, Dragon. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. We are doing PG art today, catching up on chapter 13. Man, we're only like on part 3 of it. It's quite long. Although honestly, all PGR stories are quite long like this. Several of the creatures slither by Gabriel's feet, gently nuzzling him, almost like they were trying to please him. Their obedience, they would be even greater assists than the corrupted. With the red tide in these puppets, corruption will spread throughout the globe in no time, and once Babylonia is gone, nothing will be able to stop us. That was why I proposed the first step of our plan using Huashu to assault the Gestalts, bringing down Babylonia by force. Should Babylonia, the humans' last hope, fall, we will be able to execute our plan much more swiftly. A shame, then. Huashu didn't disappoint to a certain extent. It's because of Huashu that I've obtained the secret behind the invert device. To label that level of technology is highly classified. Humans are so absurd sometimes. Huashu's failure has not been unexpected. I never put my faith in an outsider, which is why I prepared an alternative. Is that what you've been hiding underneath the core area? Of course, nothing escaped Miss Luna. Gabriel, you aren't skilled enough to hide things from me yet. I don't care how you do it. I only want results. Understood. Behind Gabriel, his hands briefly switched before closing resolutely. My apologies, Miss Luna. But before we continue, I must be certain of one thing. As Gabriel whispers his command, the hetero creatures lurking by him suddenly launched forward towards Luna and strike. Luna's minuscule figure is instantly swarmed by the frenzied crimson tide. Gabriel directs more monsters to attack her, then stands before the mad flood like an audience enjoying a performance. please demonstrate to me with your actions that you're still the agent who holds absolute power? Fine. If you're in doubt, let me demonstrate my will. Oh, Gabriel. How dare you? How dare you doubt Luna? You have prepared a little. I have prepared a little trial for you. Please prove your loyalty to the Ascension network. Gabriel, you'll pay for your foolishness. Tutorial starts. Okay. Yes. Yes. Oh. Please. Please what? Please him for a life? What's happening? Please. Oh. I see. Is that all you got? Find the platform. That was quick. Not much, not really showing much resistance there, Gabriel, after all that talk. You're gonna have to give me a little more chew than this. More to chew. What lonely creatures. Magnificent. Magnificent. No wonder the Ascension Network chose you as the agents. This overwhelming power of yours shows me more of it. I'm gonna show you until you're satisfied, boy. Defeat the hetero creatures. Are these the hetero creatures? This is what they are? They're like plants. This is all you've got. I would like you to be your opponent if I may. You may, indeed. You may. God, it's so satisfying when your characters are overpowered. Because I'm always getting my ass handed to me. In a lot of stages. Oh god, I spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. Kicked first. That was embarrassing. What follows is a one-sided massacre. The hetero creatures have not even closed in on Luna when they're obliterated by a massive surge of energy. The moony young girl dances inside a storm of red tide and severed limbs, her frame untainted. The roles have reversed. With a wave of the hand, Luna switched the alliance of the creatures, and now they're charging at Gabriel. If these weaklings of yours are your final plan, I must say I'm quite disappointed, Gabriel. Gabriel's body is skewered by multiple spikes formed of the punishing virus. Murky vital fluid from him drips down the spikes, devoured by the hetero creatures remaining on the ground. Feeling the difference between their power levels, Gabriel uncontrollably kneels. Luna drifts down from the air before Gabriel, her expression filled with pity. She leans down and touches his face. Even though Luna has not delivered any punishments, Gabriel understands that he has already lost her trust. In an attempt to demonstrate his last remaining loyalty, he succumbs and bows before the alabaster girl. This is not all. There is still one more card up our sleeves. An ultimate ace. Well, Tell me everything. One more card up your ace? What in the world could that be? One more card. Are you okay, Commandant? I am okay. I'm fine. Roland's stun grenade has not dealt any actual damage. It seems like he's only meant to stall your advances. The road to the core area is blocked from the inside. There's nothing we can do on this end. With this distance, no way we can cross without any flight equipments. No use waiting here then. Let's return to the surface and see if the support force has brought any equipment we can use. Can't believe he got away again. What exactly is he after? Understood. Then let's retreat for now, Commandant. The elevator to core area rumbles as it descends. The abnormal fluctuation of energy of her frame was most obvious during the last battle. It has happened before and has been getting more frequent. Although it has yet to cause any real problem, Luna did come across some moments where she could not control her power during that fight. She frowns, quietly inspecting her frame, unable to comprehend where the anomaly originates. Meanwhile, Gabriel stands silently behind Luna, observing her. The elevator stops at the bottommost level, and Gabriel removes his hat and holds it in front of his chest, raising his other arm. With its graceful, showman-like gesture, the darkness parted like curtains on a stage, slowly revealing the form that has been hiding in the dark. All of this is for the Ascension Network. Miss Luna, this is my answer to your question. Cross the bridge. Seeking a way to cross the bridge, you have returned to the city ruins outside, where the support force has established a temporary base of operation. Oh, that was quick. We ran into some problems. Do you need help? So, you informed Bridget about what went down at the bridge. Thank you for the hydration. Cheers. Tea. So you got dumped on the other end of it. Yep, that's what happened. That bridge you mentioned, what does it look like? How far is it from one side to the other? It's about... Liv holds onto Bridget's hand and sends her the last recording images. That distance quite tricky indeed. How about flying? Flying? I've got here with me a few short-range jet engines. They aren't what's usually equipped on constructs, as they come with much more power and much less stability. And its suitability, well, is it dangerous? Can't say for sure. I may be able to endorse it based on the models of your frames, but for humans, you won't know until you've tested it. Also, yes, thank you for the hydration, Jacob. I don't remember if I said it or not, just in case. As you can see, we're quite busy up here. You'll have to do the testing yourselves. Commandant, let me take care of this. After numerous tests, you finally managed to find a suitable flight device. Now we can cross the drawn bridge. Prepare to move out. Hold on, the place you're heading is much further below. The return trips can be difficult. So take more supplies with you. Gears, consumables, everything, just in case. Bridget leads you to a heap of supply crates. I told the folks to grab the most suitable resources for y'all. They're all equipments that suit your frame, so grab as many of things as you can. Thank you. We're gonna need it. You all go supply crate diving in front of Bridget's watchful gaze. Where's Minecraft Steve? I don't know, but he could probably resist the punishing virus. He should come here and help us. Honestly, what would Steve... I mean, I guess Steve would be organic, right, technically? Actually, no, he probably shouldn't come here. The virus has evolved. He's gonna get corrupted. A corrupted Steve would would be terrifying, actually. Alright, medical supplies are stocked. And I'm also ready. So am I. Lucia smiles, hiding a familiar-looking weapon. Let's go. Okay. Huashu's projection. The core area is up ahead. Once we're inside, we might be facing more than just Roland alone. The other ascendants. It's not unwise to wait for backup before advancing. What do you think, Lucia? Lucia? Oh, sorry, Lucia, are you still thinking about what Roland said? Yeah, even though I've been catching glimpses of her projection along the way, I still don't understand why Luna would become an agent. In my memories, she was the kind of person who'd save up food for a neighbor's children, but now... Should we look into it? You mean look into her record here with the spear of FOS? I hope her mind hasn't been altered by the punishing virus like the other corrupted. If she has, she wouldn't be able to retain her mind. We've seen so many unbelievable changes on our journey, I wouldn't be surprised to see one more. It's not unprecedented to the creatures of Earth. If she's been completely taken over by the punishing virus, as you said, and she's only imitating Luna's mind, even though I'm her sister, I will stop her. Alright, let's find out then. So much has happened during the time when we were apart. Oh my god, words! So much has happened during the time when they were apart, and now the two sisters are walking down drastically different paths. Now Lucia is looking for information on the Ascendants while trying to find out why Luna turned into one. Whatever answer has been hidden from her in the past, today is the day when all is revealed. Let's uncover the truth. Lucia clutches her weapon and smiles bitterly as she steps forward, and the four of you walk alongside the bridge for a while. Suddenly, you can hear the low rumbles of a machine running coming from below. Wait, Liv, do you hear anything? The sound of a machine activated, dull and heavy. It's coming from the giant pillar of the core area up ahead. An underground industrial complex of this size must consist of a megaton electromagnetic platform lifted to connect the surface and the subsurface area. It's most likely to be in the core area ahead. Hold on, what is that? Lee swiftly draws his gun and aims at where you're looking, but what he's aiming at, however, is a projection without a body. Is that what Huashu actually looks like? Lucia quickly reaches out and tries to grab the specter, but her hands passes through without interruption. Just another projection from the spear of FOS. Probably some kind we saw back in the ruins. The same kind we saw back in the ruins. Huashu hovers ahead of you in silence, as if guiding you further inside. We should check it out, Commandant. Alright, let's do it. Let's see if Huashu truly is the traitor to the Ascendants, as it's speaking. I mean, the clues are pretty evident, but I guess this would solidify the answer. The ground begins to tremble after Huashu enters the circular contraption, which appears to be a platform lift. Is this one of Huashu's traps? No point trying to be safe in the enemy's den. If Huashu wants to harm us, it would have done so already. But even while everyone is hesitant, the platform rattles and begins to descend. No time to waste. We won't make it if we don't hop on now. Right, let's go then. No holding back. The slow, steady rumble follow us as the platform descends, looming closer towards the dueling ascendants below. Roland barely escapes Alpha's strike to his throat, but her blade carries such intense energy that it still leaves a cut on his face. It may just be a light wound, but the difference in her strength is nonetheless had Roland concerned. Should we go on? I could let you go if you stop now. I never wanted to do this. You're the one who branded me a traitor and started swinging your knife. You're still of use to Luna, so I could let you go for the time being. But if you're in a hurry to die, I can make that happen as well. I don't think that's necessary. The Grey Raven has arrived at the target destination. Follow Huashu's emotionless announcements. The platform lift reaches the lowest level, its rustling gears clashing together in an ear-splitting noise. Now that your real guests have arrived, I'll excuse myself. To demonstrate my loyalty, allow me to share my humble insights. Be careful of that, Lucia. You're telling me to watch out for her? She'll get stronger and stronger. You, on the other hand, are no longer impeccable. What are you trying to say? My apologies, that was untoward, but I offer my advice in sincerity instead of mockery. Before Alpha's blade arrives and carves into him, Roland leaps into the darkness with a teasing sneer and disappears, leaving her by herself after you four steps out of the platform. Grey Raven, Lucia. I offer you painless death before you make the same mistake. No, thank you. Alright, quick! Commandants, get out of here. The no hum of vibration signifies the end of the giant platform's descent. Huashu departs the elevator right away, ignoring everyone's watchful gaze. Let's follow. Stay alert. Understood. The four of you push on nervously for dozens of feet until you come across a familiar figure. Alpha. Huashu's projection... Guys. I'm gonna get some tea. Excuse me. It's tea time. Huashu's projection moves to Alpha's side and vanishes. It is now apparent that it's still Alpha's order to bring you all here. Thank you for the stretch too. Yes. Mini break. Big stretch. Shake this arms loose. Sitting here for 3 hours. Alright, let's continue. She's holding. Indeed, based on the location of signal, she is holding Huashu's key. I don't care why you've come, you stop here. Huashu, your final task. And with that, Liv and Lee are suddenly shoved into the ground by an invisible force. I can't control my frame. Huashu is seizing our frame's motor function. Is that what Huashu is capable of? Sphere of FOS is both a weapon and a flaw. Huashu can always find a way to infiltrate someone as unprepared as you. Alpha, let them go. No longer able to suppress her rage, Lucia draws her katana and sprints towards her doppelganger at breakneck speed. The two blades collide with a sharp ping. Their frames and fighting styles are so familiar, or so similar, that the two fighters are almost tangled together, indistinguishable. According to the computing power available currently, the suppression can last 613 seconds. That's more than enough, but don't forget the human. Alpha issued her commands as she counters Lucia's attacks. Employing the sphere of FOS to infiltrate the Commandant's link. Takeover success. Commandants! Ugh. Oh no. As if your hands are no longer under your control, they reach for your throats and strangle you. You begin to suffocate as oxygen leaves your brain, dimming your vision. Can they do that? I thought we were human. Are we like half robots? I should have paid more attention. How are they doing that? How are they controlling us right now? What is this bullshit? Chaos take over your mind. Disorderly orders and illogical logics begin to fill your entire consciousness at once. Dang. Illogical logics. Fantastic writing. Just kidding. Just kidding. Through the sphere of FOS, I have placed the Commandant's mind beacon into the mind of the corrupted nearby. Soon, there will be nothing left but madness. No one's gonna help you now, Lucia. Let go of the Commandants. Let go of my friends. Lucia's fury charges her a sword with a layer of frost. Leaping with her jetpack, she strikes with her katana like a raging blizzard. Alpha, who never backs down from her fights, somehow forced into a series of dodges. You sure are different, but is that all you got? As Lucia's onslaught briefly halts, Alpha charges with her crimson scarlet-red blade, having anticipated her opponent's move. Your power only yields from the lies they've planted, and your swords only unsheaths from their lofty ideals. See, wait, who's your favorite Genshin character? Xiao. No question asked. It is Xiao. Xiao, in case you needed help spelling his name. Just to make sure you got the right character, Ch13. How much longer can you go on with the trust that will inevitably fail you? One day, the humans in Grey Raven will betray you again, and you'll become one of us. Her words have Lucia wavered for a second. Mockingly, Alpha smirks, raising her blade and thrusts. But her blade only hits the lingering shadow of Lucia, shattering an abandoned glass case to the side. You're right, we're born of the same essence, and we're the same person. Had I never met Grey Raven, I might have turned out just the way you are. But I've chosen a completely different path. To Alpha, Lucia's assertiveness looked no different to an ignorant person's mockery of the mistakes they have made. Worse even, as it comes from her counterparts. Infuriated, she clutches the grip of her blade and steps forth with the speed of lightning. Her sword slicing in the shape of crimson moons, shredding everything between her and Lucia, relentlessly advancing. You know nothing. Lucia promptly invades the impending attacks, but Alpha's unrelenting strike still manages to give her a few cuts. Lucia, quickly. Commandant's going to... I'm dying. Even in great pain, Liv managed to shout with all her strength under Huashu's suppression, throwing an injector at where you are. Struggling to lift himself, Lee fires a few shots at Alpha, interrupting the crimson wave of slashes, giving Lucia a shot to retreating. Now, Lucia takes the opportunity when Alpha ducks from Lee's bullet to leap away and hurry her way to you. Sorry, Commandant. Lucia grabs your hand and forcefully tears them away from your throat, holding them by the floor. All of a sudden, oxygen and pain from her wrist enters your chest at the same time, blending with your confused mind as if setting your body aflame. God dang. My arm's broken, but it's okay, you saved my life. Also, should I pull for Arashino? Could probably get her if I win the 50. Honestly, depends. Do you like fire units, Ch13? Because she is a selfish DPS, and that means she is going to be the main character you play with support characters. If you're okay with that, then 100% go for it. She works great with all kind of weapons, but the thing is her signature weapon just looks the best on her. So that's also depends on your preference. I don't have her signature weapon just because I don't actually use her that much. But I like her enough that I just wanted her in my collection. Yeah, that's basically my looks on things with Arlecchino. If you want her. Keep breathing. Befuddled and taken over, your hands are bounded by the constraints next to your legs on your protective suits by Lucia, while Alpha sneers and watches. Thank you. How ridiculous. What you're doing is pointless. Your so-called kindness is only prolonging your commandant's pain. Lucia ignores Alpha's teasing. She picks up the injector from Liv and hurriedly jabs it into the injection part of your suits before noticing the label on it. Short-term combination tranquilizer. Alpha scoffs and strikes with her katana. Cling! The shivering Ross blade and the fiery crimson sword clash in sparks. The two swordswomen tangles again in rivalry and resolve in rage. You have no idea how long has passed. Perhaps the line between pain and perception has blurred in your mind, extending your grasp in the passage of time. You feel like you have been locked inside a bottomless pit, thrown in a frantic tide of corrupted. As if a wasp muffled the sound of battle, and a web has covered your delirious confusion, everything is less distinct and painful. Dang, that's me yesterday. On the cusp of unconsciousness, you hear a familiar voice. A proposal for Grey Raven on the optimized path to victory. Who is this? In your dimming vision, you see a shape, a bad memory jolting like the reflecting lights on a stained glass. An intense, instinctual reaction has jogged your recollection of who that is. Huashu. Commandant Sultan has discovered my disguise, demonstrating a distable mind after being corrupted for 4 minutes, 32 seconds suggests remarkable capabilities in construct connection and defying corruption. Oh, so we are technically, well, no, I guess we're part robot, but not fully robot like the constructs. Interesting. We're cyborgish. Based on these results, I hypothesize that you're capable of connecting with an ascendant. Therefore, I propose the following suggestion. Infiltrate Alpha's mind by leveraging your connection with Lucia, who originates from the same source. And why would I do that? And what will it do to Lucia? With Alpha in the mind, you can buy the other Grey Ravens some time. This will not affect Lucia in any way. Alright, disable your attack first. I cannot disobey the order from the level 1 user. I can only do what is not being forbidden. What do you need me to do? Stabilize Lucia's mind from Alpha's interference, and give her the same clearance level as Alpha so that she can enter her own deep mind. At this stage, only 2 people with the same clearance and origin could synchronize. How does it benefit you if Alpha fails? I will not be destroyed by the Ascendant's Alpha. That's it. The remaining information is classified. To encourage an agreement, I can inform you of a helpful piece of detail. Based on the results of the simulation, any decision other than cooperation will lead to Grey Raven's demise. Alright. I believe Lucia will win, but I guess we will do as you say as well. We have not considered challenges posed by the environment and reinforcements. Seems like this is the only way. Agreement reached. I recommend staying away, Commandants. Is that a joke? Despite protesting the unreasonable demand in your waning consciousness, Huashu no longer answers you. This game has a lot of words. It certainly is. It's a very story-heavy game, and I mean that with an emphasis. A very story-heavy game. As the feverish images ping-pong between your senses, you are still far from awake even if you can maintain a stable foundation. Hello, Zodiac! Welcome, welcome! Thank you for the raid! Welcome, Raider! How you doing? God dang, you're fast, Drifter. Thank you for shouting out. Zodiac, how was your stream, my friend? How was your stream? I don't know if your Raider need an introduction. Hello, dear Raider. I am Strawberry. You can call me Strong. I hope your stream was going well. Just chillax, have a cup of tea, relax. We're just having story time over here in PGR. We're in the middle of trying not to die with the Commandants right now, hacking to Alpha's mind to see if we can make her not kill our Lucia. And also Lee and Liv has been frozen. See, covered about half of Bridget's story? Nice, nice. Not a bad progress. Not bad. Well, I don't know if you remember this chapter. I'm pretty sure you're way ahead of me, but I am still on chapter 13, part 3. That's where I'm at. Hope you enjoy your time here, as you do. As I hopefully you do. Now sit back and relax, Zodiac, okay? Put your feet up. Time for a story. Yeah, these new chapters are fairly short. Okay, that's is so good to hear, Zodiac. Thank you for telling me that. Thank you so much. I have something to look forward to in the future. That's good. I guess it's these middle parters that is really grueling right now. As the feverish images ping-pong between your senses, you're still far from awake, even if you can maintain a stable foundation. You have to stay up until Huashi is ready. Not far before you, pieces of shattered glass reflect the fading lights and vague resemblance of hope. I suppose I have to do it the old-fashioned way. As you stand up, the broken glass in the ground cuts you, and the blood and pain pulls your consciousness to the surface. In your disoriented trance, Hazen's reminder from your last conversation emerges once more. You mean a part of Lucia's memories has been hidden? That's right. Now that her frame contains data from Alpha, it may be time for her full memories to come back. Nicola repelled part of it at first out of concerns. He believed doing so would benefit our ongoing fights. See, as I've said to Drifter a few times, if it's about half as long as Chu's latest chapter, I'd call that a win. Yes! Well, not that I know how long Chu's, chapters are, but if it is shorter than this, I highly appreciate it. As fun as it is to read the story, it's a little enduring. Nicola withheld part of it at first out of concern. He believed doing so would benefit our ongoing fights. But that only solves our immediate problem. The longer it's held back, the easier Lucia gets lost in confusion and doubts. I believe her bond with the Grey Ravens can keep her from crossing that line. I've sent an access key to your terminal. I'll allow you to use the spear of FOS to access Lucia's deep mind. That's where Alpha's memories are locked. You should know what that means. It's up to you to decide what to use it, or when to use it. Why give it to me now? Because I believe Lucia will not cross that line anymore. If you're wondering why I'm not waiting until there's a breathing room, I'll let you know that I've seen too many people lose their lives in my lifetime because they were in doubts. I don't want that happening to you. No point in picking a proper time then. See, I say hers is probably the longest. Oh boy. Do you know how long it is, approximately? Was it like a good 5-8 hours long story? Or is it shorter than that? Please say it's shorter than that. The president was right. But before the gap in my memories, I was a member of the previous Grey Raven team. That was before the three of you were a part of the Grey Ravens. Even without Luna by my side, I still committed to fighting for Babylonia, for humans and my friends, just like how I am now. But something happened during the gap in my memory, causing Alpha to walk down the path she's on. That's why I can't give you my promise. I can't imagine what will happen if I remember. You recall how much you've seen Lucia grow during your time in Grey Raven. How distant she was when you first met her, but from that emptiness. Are you alone? That's us, by the way. I'm Sultan. If you're wondering. It's just me. What a coincidence. I'm by my lonesome too. What's your name? Lucia. She has gained strength. Pain receptors disconnected. We can continue to execute our mission. And warmth. This promise is what I want to treasure and protect. This is why I no longer retreat myself only as a weapon. It doesn't mean that I'll lose my edge. Now that I have something to protect, I will not stop fighting like a sharpened blade in a sheath. Lucia, I'll believe you in the way you've believed in us. See, barely standing up straight, you lift your light-headed gaze to find the two of them still battling furiously, but Lucia is starting to falter under Alpha's attacks. Looks like now's the time to return what's hers. As Alpha goes for a lethal strike, a bullet aimed at her disrupts her attack. She falls back at once, angrily looking at you. I can't believe you're still standing. Based on the maximum stability possible for the mind beacon, this human should have gone psychotic a long time ago. This is an unexplainable phenomenon. I require time to analyze this error. However, it is my belief that this priority of the entity Alpha lies elsewhere. The target is transmitting access to the deep mind, the reception being Lucia. Transmitting access to the deep mind. To Alpha, transmitting access during a fight allows Lucia to remember the past, are both a sure way to defeat Grey Raven's defeat. A sure path to Grey Raven's defeat. Looks like you're more foolish than any human I know. Grey Raven. Commandant Sultan. Full government named her Alpha. Even though you're standing, your delirious mind and physical pain are constantly wearing your last shred of consciousness. Still, you will not fall. Commandants. Lucia. Don't worry about me right now. I'm dying, but you're dying. You're gonna probably die worse if you don't do this. Your vision and your senses twist and warp, but you still preserve and reach out for Lucia. You find out who you really are. Go! I believe you return like how you believed in us. Identifying Commandants. Identified Sultan. Warning, transmitting access deep mind, please confirm. Confirm. Warning, risk assessment incomplete, potential outcome unpredictable and dangerous. Please confirm. Confirm. Confirmation received, updating agreements. Update completes. Access authorization changed. Access designation. Construct memory. Lucia. That's right. I believe in Grey Raven and Commandants. I don't know what happened in that gap in my past, but I'll never regret being here with Grey Raven. Of course you don't know any regrets, short-sighted as you are. Alpha bends down and leaps towards Lucia, her sword aiming at Lucia's throat, but Lucia steps up against her strikes, countering the impending attacks with her blade. Their katanas collide in glinting sparks. Maybe I don't know what happened in the past, but I know what's here and now. I don't have any regrets because I'm in ignorance or foolish. It's because every day with the Grey Raven is a memory I hold dear. I lost track of time going through Chu's story. There's 37 story notes in total, each one taking about 30 to 45 minutes for you at least. Ah, okay. Alright, that's a good calculation. Thank you, Zodia. I'll probably double your time just for, or at least maybe add 20 minutes because I just take my sweet time with them. See, I guess 50, a good 50 times 37. What is that? Oh god, you know, I need to keep that one. Giant mangoes. Is it 50 times 37 divided by 60 is about 30 hours? Oh my god, I'm so flippin' dead. We're gonna take 10 weeks. We're gonna take 10 weeks. 3 session segments, 3-hour segments each to finish the story. I was cooked by the end of I'm cooked before I even started the Zodiac. God dang, God knows I take even longer than that. Maybe I don't know what happened. Oh dear. Okay. Their bodies are bruised and wounded from each other's attacks, but neither of them are showing any apprehension. Clutching their weapons, they unrelentingly look for openings between their breaths to strike. Huashu. Mind connection bridged. Resonance begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Access directory. Mind connecting establishing. Access authorization successful. Mind matched ready to connect. Connect. Input. Identification. Construct memory. Lucia. Alpha. No. Me. I will understand you, and I will suppress you. Whatever the past hold, I am who I am. I am Lucia of Grey Raven. Accessing deep mind begin. Alright. Lucia, quickly, Commandant's going to... Is it that? Oh wait, no, it's over here. Divergent points. Oh, her turned white. Deep inside her mind, someone seems to be waiting for Lucia. Alpha? But she quickly realizes it's actually Lucia of the past. This was me before we were us. The projection of her past stands in the center of the platform of her mind, slowly splitting into two similar-looking yet drastically different projections, walking towards different directions. It seems this is where we diverge. Alpha, I will accept your everything, your pain, your choices, so... She stands at the edge of where their mind connect and reaches out to Lucy of the past. The moment she touches her, the mind starts bellowing and surge. Or starts to bellow and surge. Select past. After leaving her two teammates, Lucia rushed to the destination as fast as possible, but all that remains was a sea of wreckage with no sign of survivors. Commandants, where are you? No matter how many times Lucia requested a response for her comms, there was no reply from the Commandant. Lucia begins to feel uneasy. Is it because of what happened? A corrupted suddenly emerged from the corner of the ruins. Its sharp claws almost cuts into the distracted Lucia. A corrupted? More than one, it turned out. A swarm of corrupted began to head towards Lucia from all directions. Why? Hero should have let them away unless he's already... Lucia tried to connect with Hero while taking down the corrupted around her, only to find his communication channel blocked, leaving behind the chilling audio of the system prompt. More and more corrupted were lured by the sound of the battle. It was not the time to speculate. I have to get out of here and find Hero and Commandants. They must be worried about me. And then she heard a gunshot coming from somewhere ahead. Could that be the mysterious foe? Or is the Commandant the others? Having lost all contact, the only way she can confirm was approaching the gunshots. A deadly fight seems inevitable. Why? As she ran, Lucia grabs a hold of her trembling right hand. She was never afraid of a fight, but right now she had a terrible feeling in her guts. The expected brawl did not happen. What awaited Lucia when she arrived was a fallen construct soldier equipped with a short-range jetpack, but he could no longer fly. Hero. Lucia helped the still-breathing Hero up, only to discover his info device had been damaged by a gunshot, similar to what happened to Moro and Shun. What happened? And the Commandant? Where's the Commandant? Lucia, you're still alive. Hero, Lucia, why won't you just die? A hero from the sign. A shot from behind pierced Lucia's leg, and her vital fluid spills all over the collapsed bricks and rocks. Lucia immediately turns to where the shot came from and shielded herself with her blade from another attack, only to find the gun-bearing Commandant standing there. Commandant, no. Avenge. You lying piece of crap. Also, just... This isn't us, okay? This Commandant is a different Commandant. This is not us Commandants. We're Sultan. Don't blame me for your stupidity. And Lucia's still alive, so you haven't even held on to your end of bargain. You said that if I led them to the enhanced rise and lure the corrupted here, there the people in Babylonia would let my daughter go, but it was all a lie. Hero, what are you saying? You were the one who brought the corrupted to us? Hero turned away, unable to look at Lucia in the eye. No rush, Lucia. You'll be next. Bastard. It won't end well for you. Oh, weren't you the one who started it? It was a coincidence I ran into the infected construct who maintained self-awareness. He paused for a second when he said the word construct, as if he could not find a proper term to cut that unique being. I wouldn't have said anything if you weren't threatening my daughter. He was an ascendant. That's what he told me. Fine. You said you were bringing an army to defeat this ascendant, but you were just here to connect to him. How could you override something like that? The lives we've lost, all because your mind was corrupted, causing the Ascendant to go berserk. As Hero cried out, Lucia recalled a horrifying scene a few hours ahead. No one survived. Had we not protected you, you would have. Let's see, hello, I'm back. What did I miss? Streaming any oopsie? Surprisingly, no. It is going swimmingly. We're going through a very dramatic scene of Lucia's previous team members and her previous commandants betraying her, leaving her for dead. But how have you been? How have you been, Edward? Hopefully your day, your break was good. And welcome back, and thank you for the head pats. Had we not protected you, you would have... Hero thumped the ground with his fist in anguish. The frantic motions created a few more tears in his scarred body. Commandants, you said you would take responsibility when we were heading back, but now you're... No one knows if you're all dead. As the only survivor, I'll get to be the commandant of the next Grey Raven, and you'll get a medal for your courageous sacrifices from protecting me. Doesn't that sound nice? Avenge grinned as he raised his gun toward Hero. Lucia, however, stepped in front of him. Lucia, commandants, we're here to destroy the corrupted, to reclaim Earth. This is the dream of every Grey Raven shares. I can understand why you want to become more powerful in order to achieve this dream. But there has to be too many sacrifices. You have to stop making the same mistake. In the face of Lucia's challenge, Revenge laughed instead. Ha 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 ha, he said. Yeah, I'm in tears right now. Oh, Jacob. It's okay. It'll be okay. Okay? We are now the Grey Raven's commandants. This is just in the past. We will change history as it is. And Lucia will walk down a different path than she has chosen before. I've been scurrying off to Nikke. No worries, Edward, I understand. Nikke's story is a lot shorter, and it's definitely, you know, understandably, a lot more consumable because of that. True, it was my judgment that led to this slaughter. And if you're all dead, I'll be able to blame it on the enemies, and I'll come out of this guilt-free. Hysterically, he laughed, lowering his gun. Commandant, there are still traces of corrupted in your mind. Please return to the base with us now. Corrupted? I'm not corrupted. I'm enlightened. The reason we failed this time is that we brought too few soldiers, you useless trash. That's why we couldn't take down the Ascendants. The reason we failed is you. If you made the unauthorized connection, so many more of us would have survived. So many of us believed in the future when Earth belonged to humans again, and look where it led us. Do you still believe in that? I'd love to kill all the corrupted as well, but that's impossible. The only future humans have is the one shared with the Ascendants, who controls the punishing virus. Revenge's movement is barely noticeable before he aimed and fired at Lucia's invert device. She was prepared this time, however, and blocked it with her blade. Oh my, thank you for the mini break time. Alright. T movements. Break my back a little bit. It's okay. Adjust my pillow. My back pillow. Specifically for my back. Of course. Back supports. Break the back, breaking my back, and my chair apparently. It's squeaking. Squeaking as I lean back over my stretch. She was prepared this time, however, and blocked it with her blade. Lucia, you're being so powerful, it really is a pain in the neck. Luckily, your invert device is still connected with me, and there's a million ways to corrupt the construct. All of a sudden, Lucia's invert device issued a warning. Revenge has lowered its defense with his commandant access. The immediate assault to her mind caused Lucia a great amount of pain. See, oh my god, I'm gonna burn alive in my room. What, you're okay there, Edward? What's going on? Is it really hot where you're at right now or something? It's 41 degrees. Oh no, I'm gonna need... I'm gonna assume that's Celsius. I might need it in American niece. And freedom units, please. What temperature is that? Urgh, says Lucia. Poor thing. Have you died in the hands of riots, you wouldn't have suffered this much. Revenge slowly approached her and aimed with his pistol, but the moment he tried to pull the trigger, a crimson light flashed by. Huh. His robotic arm was severed cleanly and flew into the air. Even the fingers were right where the trigger was. It's 106 Farah. God dang! Also, thank you. That is hot. Yes, freedom degrees. 106 Fahrenheit. That, oh my god. Are you okay, Edward? Are you okay? You truly are being baked alive right now. I'm pretty sure that's that's over the boiling point of water. His robotic arm was severed cleanly and flew into the air. Even the fingers were right where the trigger was. Why? Why can you still move, Lucia? I'm used to this kind of pain. Even though the punching virus is still hurting her gravely, Lucia's sword-wielding hand has stopped shaking. Oh, 100C, my bad. I mixed the two up. That makes a lot more sense. And I'm practically melting as we speak. Oh, no. Seeing goddamn the fast boiling hot air. Oh, no, Edward. I mean, if you have the ability to do so, put like a bag of ice in front of your fan. I promise you that is gonna make the fan air feel so much better. Don't you think you defy me? I've already sent the news of your death, and soon you become corrupted yourselves. You'll never return to Babylonia. Revenge ran away, clutching his injured left arm. A horde of corrupted has surrounded the area after noticing the commotion. Lucia, go. You can make it on your own. Shreds of remorse. The corrupted arrived in waves. Lucia, with her wounded leg, struggled to hold on. Even with the large amount of enemies she had defeated, she could still not change a thing. More of them gathered at the periphery? What on the word? Periphery? Isn't it peripheral game? Periphery of her vision, ready to destroy this waning line of defense. Yeah, but when the ice melts off, there'll be vapors, which make it that's true. It would, in fact, make it very humid. Or you get a nearby window and have the fan blow toward the outside. And Lord, I don't want my room to turn to a sun. I believe you. I believe you, Edward. Periphery. Periphery. Okay. It's okay. Hopefully this word never pops up again. But thank you, Drifter. Lucia, enough. My corruption. I'm too far gone. Hero. He took off his tag and handed it to Lucia. I'm sorry, Lucia. I'm sorry, Shun. Moral. I must ask you to kill me before I turn to the enemy. Oh my. Oh, turn me crispy. Extra crispy, Edward. Deep fried. Hero smiled wearily and shook his head. Or perhaps we are humidly enemies all along. They looked at each other in silence. Afterwards, must be forever. Lucia pointed her katana towards Hero. See, the middle P is said like a F. Oh, periphery. Periphery. I mean, that's just what I kind of expected, but usually it's said like peripheral, right? The peripheral of your vision. Why is it periphery? Periphery. The periphery of her vision. Maybe it's periphery. Is that how it is? I'm gonna assume it is. Hopefully. I'd rather pot roast than being oven baked. I don't know, man. Oven baked are pretty good. I do love me an oven baked chicken. Edward. Do you taste like chicken? Take a little bites, just a little piece. We're the blades that protect humans, but mournfully, he looks at the corrupted army surrounding her. I have to save Shun and Morale. Having made up her mind, Lucia tried to carve a path for herself within the corrupted horde, but the numbers of enemies had far exceeded what she initially thought. Damn. Despite being tormented by the punishing virus, Lucia continued destroying the enemies around her. She had no idea how long she went on until she saw two familiar figures in the crowd. They acted as they knew all their moves and weaknesses, and similarly, she knew their inside outs. That is the plural of periphery. Interesting. Oh my god, that reminds me. Me learning about the plural of stimulus blew my mind. I mean, it's kind of obvious now that I know about it, but when I initially didn't, it was a little strange to learn. Somewhere an English major is having a stroke, and I am the cause of it. Oh well, that English major better come here and teach me how to say it properly. I was born in the year of the dragon, so it might taste a bit like chicken or snake. Dragon steak. What a rare treat, Edward. You know, funny enough, despite all the respect for dragons, there are so many fairy tales, mythology in China that is all about these ancient gods conquering and killing dragons. Quite ironic, isn't it? They acted as if they knew all their moves and weaknesses, and similarly, she knew theirs inside out. However, unwilling she is to face the truth, the tug hung around the two figures' neck dragged her back into reality. Morale, Shun, it is you. Lucia could no longer hold on to her katana, and she dropped it into the swamp. The crimson blade that had been wielded with honor and slaughtered countless corruptors is now covered in mud, filthy and tainted. It's okay. At least I'll be recalled. Now let me release you from these infected shells. Picking up her teammates' tags, Lucia turned and looked at the approaching corrupted. These corrupted, how many of them have gone through what happened here today, causing their infections? They used to believe in someone. Hi, you must be Lucia. I'm Revenge, the Grey Raven Commandant that's before us, the player. I need you to become our strongest soldier against the corrupted, the perfect weapon. They used to fight with their companions. Lucia, you're not lost. Grey Raven is where you belong. We're the only one who'll never betray you, who'll never abandon you. They used to make promises. Before being corrupted, we were so similar once. The vital fluid in Lucia's body is gradually dwindling. Unable to support her frame, she slowly collapsed by the broken walls of the ruins. Humans, do they really deserve our protection? Lucia clutched the tags in her hand and fell into a silence. Chaotic memories. Lucia moves forward while thinking about Luna. Perhaps influenced by this longing, the mind growls and blocks all the pathways around her. These are the humans you believe in, sister.
Ch13 redeems speech and says toes.
Thank you for the wake-up call, Jacob. Attention has been got. Luna? The image of Luna appears before her. Although Lucia knows that it's just a projection of her consciousness, she still cannot resist getting closer. Lucia, why couldn't you stay here with me? As long as you stay here, you won't need to remember those sad, bad things. You can stay with me forever. Come on, Lucia. Hold my hand like you used to. There was a time when I regretted letting Luna face the danger of becoming construct alone. If I could this time. But Lucia knew that if she grabbed her hand, she would become a second Alpha. No, Luna. Although I understand how Alpha feels, this memory wasn't withheld from me. I would have chosen the same path she did for sure. But you cannot change the path you have taken. And you can't change anything. The frail girl before her sighs, and the surrounding twists and shifts. Lucy is now somehow back to the initial divergent point and find Alpha standing on the other end staring at her. Have you met Luna? Scorning Lucia's silence, Alpha sprints towards her with her weapon in hand. Their blade clash into two massive blades, blast of red and blue energy, triggering a massive quake in the mind, causing their thoughts and memories to intertwine and tango together. Oh, Jacob. You know, unfortunately, this game actually don't show too many toes now that I think about it. All their portraits are like half bodies. You're gonna have to wait for the meat case to come back, Jacob. They are a lot more fan servicey. Is that a mind quake? The shards of their memories cross the boundaries between them, like fragments of glass pouring down after it breaks, scattering in front of their eyes. Once at all, what was that? All at once, countless familiar yet foreign memories enter Lucia's mind. Alpha, the hopes that once belonged to her. I should still report the incidents to Babylonia. The authorities must know the truth. That's the only way they wouldn't die guiltily of a crime they didn't commit. And if I could stop this from happening again. Are you constructs in Babylonia? Have you seen Morale and Shun? I heard they're recalled. I haven't seen them. Hold on. Are you corrupted? The construct soldiers raised their weapon in alerts, only to have them immediately discarded by Alpha with a swing of her hilt. Go, before I change my mind. Unrequited hopes. How? Why would I lie to Miss Luna's dearest sister? You're welcome to dig around the guy's mind if you don't believe me. It seems like Babylonia has completely suppressed this incident. And rumor has it that there's an identical Lucia stationed in the New Grey Raven. Even when I left, they're still going to take advantage of me. Humans. Isn't this corrupted the construct soldier from before? Why are you... Is that so? They betrayed you as well. These similar disappointments pebbled the path before Alpha. A hope kindled and then diminished. Her desperation is like a fungi dropped in a prairie dish, multiplying, consuming. This is why punishing is indeed, as long as they're... This is why punishing is needed. As long as they are sickening, humans will never accomplish a better future. At least I will no longer be abused, and the other me can't be allowed to go down the same path. But she is so loyal to those despicable humans. I will correct her mistake myself. Have you seen it? Yes. The memory torrents caused by the tremor allows Lucia to witness Alpha's memories after divergent points, and Alpha to take a look at Lucia's time with the New Grey Ravens. Whether it's Luna or me, being chosen by the Ascension network was just the beginning. Perhaps because of her own tragic memories, or maybe it's Lucia's completely different experience, Alpha closes her eyes in agony. We were once like you, believing those flimsy lies of theirs, but the truth will always come to light. Whether these letting those cursed humans use you as a weapon after eventual betrayal, I thought just as well correct my mistakes myself. Alpha steps forward, leaving behind a trail of flame. The environment starts to shift and change. Lost Hearts. Alpha slowly opens her eyes and a barren field set ablaze. She's corroding my consciousness. I can't believe the mind connection is capable of that. Huashi's connection has twisted their minds together, but Alpha's intense fury caused her part to further expand. It would not be long before she consumes Lucia's. They were the same person before the divergent points, despite the different paths they have since taken. It does not change the fact that the construct of their minds have always been identical. You were the one who tried to connect our minds, and now you suffered consequences. The blazing flames pulsates, turning into a scorching lava where the two clash. Lucia holds onto the sword, recalling what has driven her forward all this time. Small snowflakes appear above the ocean of flames between the two of them, falling to Alpha's snow-white hair. Is that how petty the emotions that support you are? Or maybe what you've seen has given you doubts? Lucia does not answer. She gently leaps with the tip of her toes, aiming for her blade between Alpha's eyes, but the space shifts again just before she hits, creating a stone wall in her way, blocking her strike. Your tricks. The stone wall easily shatters from the force of Lucia's sword. Lucia raises her katana again, only to realize the sea of flames has turned to a familiar scene inside the Kulong metropolis. Remember when you first meet Luna? Of course. Then let me ask you again, Lucia. Is the present and future that you're protecting a world that will abandon her? Alpha effortlessly dodges Lucia's cross slash. Utilizing the moment Lucia lands, Alpha takes her blade and grazes the floor in a quick spin, sparking a ring of fire around her before throwing it at Lucia. The me who ran away from the past will never defeat me. She leaps over Lucia with ease. As the sound of her blade meets echoes, the projection of tables and chairs around them crumble into dust. Tips of her toes. God dang, Jacob. Caught your attention, huh? And also good paying attention. You really do be into the story. And kudos to you. Sticking around with me for so long. Much appreciated. Alpha stands wordlessly in the smoke, concentrating all her energy in her blade, and then strikes the approaching Lucia with all her might. Now, you break under your doubts and regrets. She stares at her fallen counterparts in the ruins, and repeats what she just said, except this time she's speaking to herself. No, I will not abandon Luna. What? The collapsed table and chairs reappear into the projection of Kulong, all flying towards Alpha. She immediately counters with her sword, cutting them to pieces as they fall to the ground. What follows is a devastating strike that comes with all the energy that Lucia has been accumulating. That still won't do. The lanterns hanging in the beams all light up from the sparks of her blade. They are once again surrounded by a sea of flames. I'll find a way to save her. That's why I will not be defeated. Biting frost condenses on Lucia's sword. She swings it forward, and a wave of frost shoots out, extinguishing the fire before her, paving a path of ice. Lucia steps on the frozen track and heads towards Alpha. Well, give it a shot. Guardian aggressor, trust and betrayal, ice and fire. The impassioned strikes collide again in midair, generating another mass mindquake. Running your mouth when you're so lost and miserable. Is that who you are now? Shattered ice turned into scattering snowflakes as Lucia's mind fell into an endless pit. Am I still lost? Not being able to answer her own question, Lucia kept falling when countless memories of her past, those she and Alpha share, flashes in front of her eyes. The memories when she and Luna cuddled. The memories when she left a ministry with those grown-ups. The memories when she became a construct. Luna, I will never. As her voice trembles, a figure formed by her memories gently lands at the bottom of the pit. Sister. The ivory white young ladies, well, young girls, not ladies yet, they aren't grown, probably, lights up the black void like the moon in the night sky. Did you think everything you saw was the truth? The red glow rises around Luna. She floats into the air as countless pillars of white light shoots out from beneath. The once silent void shakes and roars. Actually, how old are they? I don't actually know how old they are. I'm pretty sure it's been mentioned before, but I forgot. I already forgot. Focusing on a mind beam beacon above, Lucia thrives to drift upward within the dark pits. Having gotten over her attachment and accepted her regrets, Lucia escapes the abyss before the minds merge beyond the divergent points. I've made it. The merge hasn't crossed the divergent points. My consciousness still haven't been devoured. You won't be that lucky next time. Looking in the direction of the voice, Lucia finds Alpha staring at her with the frowned brows. If not for the connection. Alpha tightens her grip, focusing her energy and rage into her blade, yet a hint of wariness appears on her face. You're also affected by Mindquake? Before your consciousness is completely dissolved, our minds will be tangled like a knot, impacting each other. So the voices I heard during the quake, it was you. What did you hear? Wait, no, I don't care what a dying person has heard. Alpha's katana has amassed all her energy, and she charges at Luna and strikes. With a loud ping, Alpha's flame is easily subdued. No matter how hard she tries, Alpha cannot extend her fire beyond herself. How? Alpha, you're the one who cannot overcome her regrets. How could I still have regrets when I've been found? Because you turned it into hate. A person who is motivated by hate is the one who can't step into the future. Now, you won't be able to block this. Take that. Tea time. A chilling glow gathers in Lucia's katana. She lifts her head, her gaze on Alpha no longer in doubts. Good. If you want to use the connection to throw me, then have a taste of this. No, you won't. Gathering a winter storm, Lucia's strikes arrives with a full sky of snow, only to find Alpha not blocking or moving away. Oh, my little snack, Loki. In the middle of a fight? Well, I guess it is actually perfect time for popcorn. Step into the future. I am stepping slowly into the future. Gathering a winter storm, Lucia's strike arrived with a sky full of snow, only to find Alpha not blocking or moving away. Instead, she dives forward and embraces Lucia. The katana pierces through Alpha's body. Although her physical form is unharmed in the mind, her psyche still takes a heavy blow. What are you doing? Alpha says nothing. She clamps around Lucia's waist with one hand and grabs her neck with another, and with Lucia in her arms, she jumps off the divergence point. Alpha, you want to dive deeper? Your hope won't save you, so drown in the goddamn truth. The mind responds to Alpha's hatred and releases a thunderous roar. Shattering shards begin to fall everywhere. Damn, I'm jealous that the future should have been me. Well, I guess there is no excuse for it. There is indeed plenty of people stepping into the future. So thank you for that time, Drifter. Cheers. I'm not running away from the past. I've accepted a betrayal. That's why I want to make a change. Don't you want to change things as well? Isn't that why you became an Ascendant? As they entangled and struggled, they once again fall into the deep mind. Alpha has chosen to do it this way, Probably because she has some regrets. Yeah, likely. Likely reason. Alright, Alpha, come on. Even after becoming an Ascendant, I was searching for them. But the promise recall was but a lie. Moral and Shun. Was that them? Thank you for the head pat. Nice, nice. I appreciate it. Space-time warps again in the mind. That's okay. You can warp as many times as you like. The Grey Raven you believe in would end up just like them. No, we won't. Why can't you just die? Lucia, go, you make it on your own. Alright. Yippee! Wait, hold on, there's one more. I lied. Even if you move on from your memories. Oh, you're too fast! Why is some of them automatic and some of them manual? Can't read that fast. Game, chill out. Chill. I ain't got superhuman reading capabilities over here. Oh my. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have attacked you. Lucia, are you also leaving me? Sorry, Luna. We cannot. Sorry, Luna. I know you're only an illusion of the mind. I must go. I can't change anything staying here. Lucia, don't. What? God dang, chill, girl. Ow! How dare you? Rude. It's so hot that the banana I left on the desk turned into dry bananas. God dang, Edward. Well, at least you've got rations now, I guess. Banana rations. Come, me in the future. Lend me your hand. This is your reward for facing your past. Huzzah! Lucia, don't go. The defeated Luna slowly dissipates, but Lucia still steps forward and holds her in her arms, gently caressing her face. Please forgive me. I have to keep my promise and find you out there, so I cannot stay. No matter what you choose this time, I'll be with you. But Luna, there is a bad person. I won't see you anymore. That's okay. I swear we'll find you. Promise. I've been staying in a room where I can't see. It's so dark there, I'm scared. If you're scared, then hold my hand until you fall asleep. I won't let go this time. Luna leans into Lucia, clutching her hand tightly, so tightly as she disappears bit by bit. Then that's a promise, Lucia. You come back to me, no matter what, and you'll hold my head like this and call my name. Luna smiles and holds the hand of young Lucia. She remembers, and the two walked away. Little by little, their figures disperse and fade, returning to the depths they came from. The me who pretend to be strong to protect my family. The me who became a weapon for survival and purpose. The me who alienated everyone because of the betrayals. The me who is found after meeting the new Grey Raven and Commandant. The bitter past, the painful choices, the tender caress, all those have forged me into who I am and ushered me into the future. Do you honestly think there's a future for humans? Even though the road ahead is paved in darkness, I'm still willing to believe the spark of hope. Even after everything you've learned. Even after everything I've learned. Lucia turned around, and resolutely, she walked, heading for the exit of the mind. What is this? Why is that 95? What am I missing here? 21 normal. Is it this? To the future? Welcome back, Lucia. Lucia opens her eyes and finds Liv and Lee before her in an intense battle with Roland. Facing only half the Grey Ravens, Roland does not fight as hard as he did, but instead pushes the two around with sporadic attacks, seemingly trying to stall for time. As you, standing nearby, carrying multiple injuries, as you had just been through a gruesome battle. Commandant. Oh, good morning. Your wounds. Had to stay awake. Dang! Stabbing ourselves to not pass out. Commandant. No, it's no use worrying about it now. I have to help everyone defeat Roland. The only way Liv can have time to treat Commandant. You look more determined. I was able to learn so much in return thanks to your mind beacon. I am not lost anymore. Lucia raises her sword and approaches Roland, but he immediately waves his hand and steps back. I say, hello, 2B. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're doing PGR today. We're actually closing in to the tail end of the story. How are you doing? Looks like I've guessed correctly, Lucia. You're the superior one. Grey Raven. Although the battle inside her mind has affected her gravely, Elfa still manages to stand up and with rage in her eyes, pulling her katana from the floor and charging Lucia. Is he doing good? How's the berry? I am a little tired. Gotta say, this berry is a little bruised currently, but besides that, doing good. Not physically bruised, don't worry, just bruised because, you you leave a strawberry out for too long to get mushy. I've been left out on the stream for too long. Getting mushy over here. The developers is the same as Wuthering Waves. Yes, correct, it is. They are both from Shift Up, I believe. Is it Shift Up? No, it's Kuro Games. Oh gosh, I think Shift Up is Nikkei. Yeah, Shift Up is Nikkei. I mixed the two up. My game. It's Kuro Games. My bad, Tubi. Giving credits to the wrong creators. But a few shots arrived unexpectedly from her blind spots. But yes, they're both from the same creators, Wuthering Waves and Punishing Grey Raven. But a few shots arrived unexpectedly from her blind spots, forcing her to back away. Liv, hold her back. A dark orb appears by Alpha's feet, creating a local gravitational pull that destabilizes her and causing her to fall. I tripped ya. Washoo, what the hell? Defaulting computing power, limit exceeded. Suppressions on the 2 construct release. You've been thinking about the girls in Nikkei's too much. I can't help it. What can I say? I got such good units yesterday. To be honest, I got a gold and friendship and 2 SSRs and standard pools. It was fantastic. Oh, I was the only game she's thinking about the stream. That's true. I spent the first 30 minutes of stream just talking about Genshin. It was great. And also, and the New Year's are coming up. New Year's. So for the lunar solar calendar. Okay, we're saying a full name. The lunar solar calendar's new year is coming up, and we are doing nice, nice New Year celebration again, and talking about our favorite characters and stuff. Do you play Genshin, Tubi? And bring it back, Drifter. Bring. Just kidding. Just kidding. Are you good, Drifter? You're good. I do fantastic, Tubi. Drifter is not too big of a fan of Genshin, but I enjoy teasing him, so I talk about it anyways. Distracted by the two attackers, Alpha fails to notice the fast approaching Lucia. Lucia kicks her in the stomach and forces her back. Do tell me, Tubi. In the second part of the story, what is your favorite character in Genshin? And who do you main? Tell me all about it. So good. No, ladies, they're so good nooners. Yes. Yes, Turby. You are a person of culture. As Lucia is about to deliver a deadly blow, a chain blade comes out of nowhere and deflects her strike. I'd love to say I'm the one you're looking for, but you guys gotta have noticed something wrong, right? Is it really a good idea to waste your time here? What are you saying? Oh, come on. You aren't seriously expecting me to explain everything. There's something bigger after you, isn't there? Insightful, Commandants. Thank goodness you've noticed. You still have a bit of walking to do. Best leave now, lest you miss the show. As a token of goodwill, a parting gift. He smiles as he tosses you Huashu's keys. Ah, a betrayal. Of course you're a traitor. Oh, don't be so harsh. You and Lucia were out for a while, and Huashu's suppression has long gone. Those three have been trying to find a way to take you out while you're down, so I've just found my way to the key. And I've not been protecting you. We'd all be too late now. What are you planning? That reveal I'll save for next time we meet. Now get going or you won't make it in time. Let's see, Naya, favorite and maining. Naya, fantastic. We finished part 2 of the story and the envelope game. I have not. I'm not so sorry. I've been actually just consuming it slowly. I know Xiao's gonna be in it, by the way, so I just, gotta work it up. I wanted to wait until all the stories released so I can just finish in one breath, because I hate cliffhangers. So I'm gonna wait until all the stories out before I complete it. So you only brought back bad memories for me from a time I thought I'd never go through again. It was basically a copy-paste of that time. Oh, Drift, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring back bad memories. If it is truly something devastating, please let me know. Let's go. You wish. Hold on, Alpha. I'm the one you're looking for. Roland stands between Alpha and you and gestured to you for to go. Thanks to that, Lucia. I think I can probably take you on now. What are you after? Roland stopped smiling for once, his looks at Alpha unwavering. I've only ever wanted one thing, but telling you now would be really stupid. Seems to me you're prepared for the consequences. Interesting. Well, I mean, it's not a full cliffhanger, but it certainly leaves a lot of questions that's not answered yet. And Dark Reflections will be the last part of Chapter 13. And thank goodness they couldn't part us, because god dang, what do you mean that's like one chapter? If I did it all in one breath, I would implode right now. This one alone took me 4 hours. But you know what? A reward's a reward, and we're gonna claim our free characters of all the shards we got. I've been waiting. I mean, I could have claimed it offline, but what's the fun, right? Let's get it together. Yes, how do you claim this again? Dang, if only I can work my brain cells. Alright, there you go. See, apparently there is enough shards to bring him all the way up to SS, at least. And I did do essentially all of the mini games as well, so it should be capable of doing it. Yeah, I think we have more than enough to be SS actually. Maybe even SSS plus. No, not SSS plus. I lied. I got the overzealous. I immediately get corrected, okay. I understand, game. I understand. Right now, for our girl Bridges. I'm seeing rank ending, I'm sick of. No, I just like this chapter is all. Oh, I see. I gotta say, I was not expecting that. Although I could definitely understand, it is a good chapter. It was another one of Lucia's, you know, major character developments. Need to buy the shards from the farming events? Farming events? Is it actually farming, or is it just a fighting level that you need to farm from? If it's an actual farming game, I would flippin' love it. I love farming games so much. If not, then I'll just leave it for next time, because I ain't playing no fighting games right now. I just finished fighting a bunch of games. And I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep and go to work tomorrow. And I'll see you guys in like 5 days after that. Well, I guess I'll just check out if I can find this shards in the future then. Offline. So I wonder if this game is good to play as a new player if we start today. 5 days away. Yes, I stream usually only on the weekends and it is Sunday for me. So in about 5 days, I will once again see you guys. See, I'm just not looking. Yeah, that too. You're not wrong, Drifter. Alright. And with that, I will bid you guys adieu. And I am going to sleep. I hope you guys had a great time hanging out with me. I had a great time hanging out with you guys. It's talking, and a lot of story reading, which is not bad at all. You know, despite a few off-road talking, I hope the story was immersive for you, as it was for me. Well, yes, thank you for spending your time here, a whole 4 hours, and thank you once again, Zodiac, for all those flippin' gift subs. And until next time, sweet dreams.